Okay, so we're up to session number 43. And only the dwarf has changed race recently. And you didn't have to die for this one.
Yep.
Thank you for coffee. I don't remember to thank you, so I don't know what I remember to do so. Okay, so we're up to session number 43. At the table today we have, we'll start off with Ariadne. She can introduce herself.
Oh, thanks. You thanked me for coffee and then put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm Caprix, the White Dragon, with jazz beans.
And very cool guy.
And Grindelwaffle, the brewmaster. And my coffee man. And we are hopefully going to go on an adventure. But the mists may not lead us directly there.
Well, they're likely to lead you directly there.
I don't know. We can't see through them right now, can we?
Not really.
Well, you've got like, what, 30 meter radius around Zal alone?
Not 30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet, yeah, sorry.
30 meters is just so much more.
Yeah,
30
stupid
feet's about
imperial
10
bullshit.
meters.
That's where I say, something was only centimeters from your face. No, let's get this right. Something was only about an inch away from your face, because we are talking Imperial after all. I came up on Wednesday night's game.
They're at 30 feet around Zal alone, which is why we say don't wander off too far.
Yes, because otherwise we end up lost.
Well, the paladin and the fox starts to go, pointing out where he is.
Yeah, but that's just the paladin, so.
Yeah. She's okay.
He can go do the fiery thing.
She.
So she can go do the
She. It's sort of very wishy-washy, especially when players are playing different genders.
Yeah.
I'm not really too worried about. I'll treat them all the same. Bad stuff will happen to everyone.
Not what we want to do here. Andrew?
Camdu is next.
I'm Camdu. I'm a barbarian princess.
And also Sue.
Yes.
And we finally got you in the house.
Yes, I'm finally here again.
Yay.
So I haven't been here for what, 3 or 4 months?
Last
Since
session
April.
was.
Oh, a lot more than 3-4 months then.
April.
Last session was 38 in July.
Oh, July, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
24th of July.
Okay, cool.
It helps having my game notes, which is normally just who shows up.
Well, that is reference.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, yes, so yeah, but Camdu's a barbarian princess. She's 6 foot tall. She's got Viking heritage as well, and she pretty much has a mind of her own. And because she's strong and she likes to look after herself, she tends to be very headstrong too. So she just tends to cause, I think, her bodyguards a lot of angst.
Just having to remember to put phone away from microphone.
That might be
Because-
the understatement of the year.
I had a couple of sessions where it was just buzzing through the entire thing and caused feedback. So I just got to remember, no, keep.
Well, I'm in the room, so you don't need it next to you. You can put it over the
Well, let's put it over this side. Because over this side, it's not near any of the mics. So we've got one mic over here for the room, and then the one to pick me up. Okay, so next one around is M,
Hi, I'm Zal,
the God Summoner.
the god summoner apparently, the failed ranger according to Josh, and currently the cleric wizard of the group.
You were very good at stabbing a dead fish.
Yes, that's very good at stabbing me with the fish. That wasn't actually a fish.
No, it wasn't a fish. It was just dead. It was just sitting there. It was a lure. So the thing that was making it flop around was the rope next to it. And so you came over, stabbed the dead fish, and then it went, yump.
Yeah. So my god's a bit.
She's already getting heckling from Chanel.
Yeah.
Just need the DM giving her minute detail about how she
I
failed.
can go into more detail if you like.
No, I think that
No,
would
I
not
think
be-
he's making up for the fact that Chanel is not here tonight.
Hi, Josh.
Is this where I go, excuse me,
Yeah,
have you seen my failures?
Look at my chart.
She's starting starting to rock up a fair few failures of her own, so you know what up?
Don't make this a competition, guys.
Yeah, I was pretty bad.
I was gonna say I've got like 3 deaths on you already, so.
Why not? We love me.
Exactly. Please don't make this a competition.
I don't mind.
Yes, what you mind and what's good for the party are two totally different
I
things.
didn't say what I minded was good for the party. I just didn't mind.
I know. I'm well familiar with you.
And let's be honest, most D&D parties are not good for the party.
Yep.
Yes.
So, what have we got today? I'm a wizard.
I would
We're
like
all
to
wizards.
say
Hmm.
we don't have a point there, but let's just move on to Emdrak.
So, Stefan.
Hello, I am playing Emdrak today, surprise.
Back to playing it.
Which is a surprise because you haven't played Emdrak for how long now?
Oh wow.
Is that close to a year?
Months, yes.
Yeah,
6 months,
I think
a year.
last session I was...
Yeah.
last session I was playing it. Yeah, it's been a while. I am...
Okay, last session you played Emdrak was session 21 on the 15th of November 2019.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Damn, I should have done it like a year
So,
I was close.
I'm now a 5-orc, but I cannot use necromancy, and having an interesting situation with my deity.
But you can fire good.
Yes, I can, much to my disappointment.
Hey, that wasn't my fault, okay?
Oh, angst is me.
Okay, swinging back to the angsty dwarf. Let's do the angsty.
And he's got his drums back.
Yes.
And he can play music.
I can.
So it got mostly restored just to be slightly turned again.
Yeah, we're now in the process of filling out the forms and finding a new deity.
Change of address cards, that sort of thing.
How many forms does that involve?
You don't want to know.
Well, you do have
I
a gnome.
asked, which indicates that I actually do
You
want
do
to
have a
know.
gnome with you who has many forms.
Fine, I don't want to know. We're all good. Move along now.
Plus, he's got this potion that makes it everything's move over.
We're
And
fine.
We have an actual lawyer present, so you know, we can ask the gnome lawyer if you really want to know.
I bought you a new pen.
I
You
Move
did.
along.
I don't know any knowledge roll.
Okay.
An 8 on an in. Oh, actually, that's what, +3 now.
So, traveling with the party at the moment, you have Cheval, who is a Janazi paladin and slightly crazy.
Just slightly?
Well, has this rock that will save the world.
Yeah, we know about that one. that's not even half the crazy anymore.
He's got 2 now.
Yeah, it's got 2. He's got your love letter and a rock.
Yes, but he wants to try to forget the love letter.
Yeah. So she's supposed to be
But
now.
doesn't his rock that he got back have the same rune on it? Or
Has a different rune.
Oh, it has a different rune. Okay. Right, I couldn't remember. I knew it had a rune, but I couldn't remember
They
what
both
it
have
was.
runes of different kinds.
Okay, and you also have with you the gnome. What did we say his name was?
Jeff.
Jeff. That was it. Jeff the gnome.
Good question, because I never wrote
Jeff
it
will
down.
do.
Jeff will do.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure we called him Jeff, and I objected to Jeff because I wanted to know his real name, but Jeff would not give me his real name, instead offered me a potion of death. And a contract.
He offers it to anyone. He says it solves the world's problems.
I love my only note from last
Jeffrey.
fortnight was my father, like my skull, my father said the answer to all my problems is to kill the paladin. And that was my only note for the whole entirety of last session.
So, at North Tower, a college, a gnome called Jeffrey comes to the door with a contract for Yodri and charging him with stealing a flying machine and killing 100 odd people. Emdrak uses suggestion spell to convince the gnome to follow Yodri, and party decides to head to winery. Find everyone had been turned into trees at the winery and been killed. We determined that this is likely the work of druids that we chased out of the winery earlier. We decided to follow trail to the druids over 5 days. Big box, find druids.
That's what we do.
Yes.
Which is just above the follow-up werewolf situation, follow-up glowing jewels, and memory and whiting cat.
And memory wiping cat. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been through a bit.
Yes.
To first later, Cheval is a glowing paladin and paladin are illegal.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Alright, in fault that detects.
That's
Oh,
okay.
There we go.
You can earn quite a lot of money for turning him in.
Does that jog your memory?
Oh, no, I knew what happened, but the only murderer out.
This is sorry, I did miss your point.
No. It's all good. That was a great recap. I loved it.
It was a great
For
recap.
me, it was good for me.
It was good for Sue.
Yeah.
I love your
Nice boat.
The what?
Oh, nice boat.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no. I was just musing that the only thing I wrote down from last session was the fact that my father said, "Good paladin, solve your problems."
It would.
I don't know, but
Do
it
I
makes
sense a tension between you and the paladin, perhaps?
Oh, I wonder. I
have the paladin's my bodyguard. You can't do that.
My father's still trying to tell him to kill him. My mother imbued in my
Arrow.
arrow can do that. So
No.
And the fact that Chevelle hasn't really been a bodyguard for Cambu for a long time.
Yeah, I know. She's
So does
still
Camdu
supposed to
emerge
be-
from the mist just to show Bell's spears into the mist?
Well, that would be funny because then you wouldn't see Chevelle again.
No, we want to see Chevelle again. Please don't do that to me. I've had a really difficult couple of days. Be gentle. You still want a wife by the end of the week. That wasn't a threat. That was literally.
That sounds like a threat to me.
Yeah, everything sounds like a threat to you. Goblin. Sex. Priest, liar, gold thief.
We have to get into more games with her just so she has more ammunition.
see, I'm now going to follow through on my next week's plan. My third backup character being the descendant of Goblin. Just for you.
Yeah. Just watch my lightning breath get
To
your
make sure
ass
it's the
your
ugliest goblin you can ever find.
Why does nobody like me? I make really good coffee. I
Yeah,
make
coffee.
really good food. I do all sorts of really nice things, and yet you want to shove ugly goblins at me.
Or coffee.
The dregs of that crema, that really nice raspberry candy
coffee.
crema.
Or coffee.
I may have to leave the room. Just for a few minutes.
And what, scream into a pillow?
Oh no, just screaming together.
No,
We're
just
just,
scream in general. That would work. You probably won't know the reference, but I've recently uploaded Kill Your Pretty Face by Wasp just so that I can scream more in the car.
Fair enough.
Okay, so as you're resting and seeing the sun for the first time in weeks,
Yay! Sunshine!
Cambu just happens to show up because Cambu does that.
She just wanders into camp.
Well, she always knows where Chevelle is, even though Chevelle has no idea where she is.
I run up and greet Cambu enthusiastically.
And so basically hair all over the place, bits of cuts and scars all over the body where you haven't seen them before.
On top of all the other scars, yeah.
You don't really notice. And basically weapons are still dripping with blood.
I'm still enthusiastic in my welcome.
It's just normal weekend for Cambu. Didn't quite pay attention to whether it was day or night, but
Did you just kill all our pursuers by any chance?
What do they look like?
I don't know, they're in the fog and they've been like blowing horns and stuff after them.
well, there have been people attacking you in the fog, so you put them
No,
down.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do we hear any of the horns and stuff that we heard over the last couple of days?
No, today was one of those quiet days.
Cool. Thanks, Camdu!
These people attacked you and, you know, gave them what they wanted.
Yeah, some people keep trying to call you crazy paladin, and
Yeah.
you don't know why.
That was weird.
You kept correcting them at the end of your weapon.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
No, not at, with.
okay. Well, they all got the point.
Come on, I'm an action learner. I've got to keep you on point.
Well, she was very cutting with her words.
You're slashing me with your palms.
Well, she got to cave in a few thoughts here and there.
Probably with her pommel.
Yeah.
Mm.
It helps having the big whopping axe.
Oh,
Let me ask you a question. No.
Where's your ice-wing both ways axe?
Because that's next week's character.
Oh, but it would so have suited today.
It would have suited today.
Mm-hmm.
Today I'm wearing my super chocolate, but I'm also wearing my
Oh.
It's Typhlosion.
Yeah. Typhlosion doesn't need explanation.
Though I need to find my other Typhlosion top. I actually tried to find my useless reptile t-shirt as well, and I can't find it. It's somewhere, but I can't.
What's happening in your room? You're developing portals where things disappear?
Pretty much, literally,
Exploding things
I lost
disappear.
a t-shirt for about 2 years, and then it just turned up.
I swear there are portals in your room.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Temporal portals too. I put it here and 3 years later it showed up.
Technically, I do have a portal gun, so you never know. It might just be occasionally firing off by itself.
Probably. Oh, there's the answer to where all your stuff is.
Then when you show up and it's a sewing room.
Alrighty, so Cambu tells us about her adventures, or we watch the sunset.
Not really. There's just all these people kept pressing me. So
I think it's sunrise.
Was it
The
sunrise?
sunrise, yeah.
It was sunrise. Okay.
The last thing we investigated the night before, I think, was like the nature and how dead it is around here in this islands.
So I want to ask you what you guys been doing. You disappeared for a while.
I filled her in.
Cool.
I offer you coffee.
Okay. I probably accept.
Brindle Waffle goes through a great ceremony of making the coffee while I throw it at you.
Yep.
Very happily.
Cool.
And we have breakfast.
So
Can I
I'll
take
probably
you?
disappoint you in
I'll
the
probably
tale
take
of
you and
his
slash
like
you behind the ears.
I like that. My foot shakes.
T-Rex scars, because you missed out on that. You were so excited for it, and then
Are we heading off towards somewhere?
Well, you can see to the south there seems to be some sort of greeny glow in the fog.
Oh, so.
no, that would be cool.
The what?
That would be the magic seed.
The green is the magic seed. The yellow glow will be Shalal, because he's fire.
Yeah, Cheval's yellow. Before we disappeared onto the floating platform and into the Isle of Dran,
Yeah.
we were heading towards a big tree with a glowy gem.
That's right.
But we suspect that the gem is actually a seed. And then we ended up on a platform and we had no memory, but I had the gem/seed, which I still do. And
One of them anyway.
one of them anyway. And so
There were 3 or 4.
There were 3.
yeah, three, yeah. So now we're heading towards the green glowy, which we suspect is seed number 2.
Okay.
And on our way we passed the winery, which had all the winery workers encased in trees and dead.
Yeah, they'd grown the trees up into them.
Yeah, and so we're heading
Good
towards
fertilizer.
the druids that we suspect are responsible and probably have our green glowing seeds.
See.
Anyone watched Hannibal before?
What?
Like the TV show?
Sorry?
Hannibal.
Yes.
Do you remember I think it's maybe about the 3rd or 4th episode in where the dude's throwing fungus from people?
Yeah.
This is what makes me think of the people with the trees.
As much as I appreciate that visualization, I don't appreciate that visualization.
I'm glad I don't have it.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Watch Hannibal, it's really good.
No,
It's really good.
no, do not watch Hannibal.
Not my sort of thing.
No, it is not your sort of thing.
I'm not a horror person, so I don't watch
No,
this.
me neither. I
No,
don't watch horror stuff.
you do not want to watch Hannibal.
The actors.
Dexter is
so
totally
good.
satisfying.
Anyway.
The actor is really good.
Okay, so you can sort of see that moving to the south, heading westerly, so in front of you, towards where you think the druids were supposed to be.
So southwest.
No, it's moving westerly, but it's to the south of you.
So it's to the south.
We're moving in the west.
We're moving west. Is that correct?
So can we go intercept wherever it is?
You can. You just gotta go down with the fog.
Oh, no. You can go and we'll go with you.
Lead the way.
I tell you. But, you know, here, pointing in the right way. Go.
So, what is it that we see going from southwest again?
A green glow.
The green glow is
Green glowing thing.
Is it moving fast, slow,
Hard to tell.
moderately? Can we
Well, you can see it moving, and if it's at a distance, it's probably moving fairly fast.
Okay, alright. We see a green glow moving west. Okay, in a westerly direction.
We'll get Sal to.
So we want to hot foot it,
Yep.
which the fastest we can move is 25 to 30 foot, because I can only move 30 foot. And you can only move 25? Yeah, so
I think it's 25. Because I think the rest of us.
unless you ride the accident.
And we've got the axe beak, have we?
Yes, we do.
The axe beak has been running circles around us, keeping the fog clear of our immediate 30 foot vicinity.
And it loves going in and out of the fog because it likes being an ambush predator.
It likes bringing back bits of people.
And it's had coffee recently.
No! No, I do not get the axe beak coffee.
You didn't, but
The milk.
Ross did, I thought.
No, the used milk from the
That's
towel.
right, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I cast
You did.
Lesser Restoration.
You did. She did.
So the poison's gone, but yeah, he still might be a little.
Can you cast something on the milk to make it coffee free, or
No,
just
we
turn it
discussed
into
this
water?
last time.
No, because purified
Yeah.
food and drink will just basically make it water.
Yeah. No. Okay. We're all good there.
And make
Black
food
coffee
tasteless.
from now on.
It's like, yeah, so it's purified. It doesn't taste like
Oh, right.
I mean, you're not gonna get poison from it, but I don't think that's the intended thing you want.
Well, there are reasons why you wouldn't be doing it all the time.
I don't think I even have purified food and drink anyway, because it's mostly useless. No, I don't even have it, so.
Depends on the circumstance.
It depends on the circumstance, but there's other cool things that I do instead.
So we're heading towards.
Okay, so Cheval says he'll catch up with you. He's just currently talking to someone.
It's God, I'm presuming.
Oh no, because that can end very well. Yeah, we'll walk off
When
behind the scenes.
that area suddenly gets supernovaed, we'll know why.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about him strobe liking behind it.
Camp's
I
already
don't
killed
care.
all the pursuers, so.
Yeah, Andrew has pretty much eliminated.
Yeah.
I'm sure none of them had any families who tried to, get back at you.
Just set Andrew up.
They're not even going to know who did it. It was all in fault.
They're the splendid paladin.
Yeah.
That's right, it was
The
Cheval's fault.
paladin's fault.
That's on the recording now. It's Cheval's fault.
I think the paladin is just enjoying the fact that it's actually sunny and not stupidly humid or
Wet.
foggy or wet or watery or
So
any
the
of
first
that-
time in a very long time we are seeing Cheval vaguely smile.
probably.
And you're just staying with him just to, witness the fact.
He's always grumpy.
And because he's staying behind, so is the lawyer.
Awesome. At least we won't get offered poison every 5 minutes.
I don't know, I was kind of enjoying that.
Well,
It was a
saying-
routine
Say no, I don't want to be poisoned today, thanks.
Yeah. There's an entertainment value there.
But he does have a contract for everything.
That's true. Contract for not poisoning you every day?
Yeah, he does, but you've got to sign that one first.
Oh.
And don't worry, that there is an ongoing cost for that one.
Even
Well,
Calvert knows not to sign anything.
Little bits of my soul siphoned off every few days.
Oh no, he wants an income.
Oh, an actual income.
So you actually have to pay him. Otherwise the contract's void and he's allowed to poison you.
Yeah, and we didn't sign that one. We're all good.
Pretty sure, unless he did it in our sleep.
No.
No, you can't sign something when you're unconscious.
He's a lawyer, he makes you sign it in full depth of how hard it is for you.
Alrighty. Off to see the druids.
We're off to
No.
see the druids.
We're off to find the light.
Well, we're presuming the druids and the light are together.
we can have Camdu do it because I'm sure that won't go as badly.
I'm pretty sure she's got
What skill do you have to do to navigate?
survival.
Oh yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
haven't gotten back to me about how I get the survival.
Normally you get it from the class you take because you start with dragon, you got dragon skills.
19.
So it's harder to get extra skills.
I'd say I read on the blog
Yeah.
that you can
Boost.
get survival.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's. Oh, no, it's supposed to survival. Oh, but I have it trained. So
Sorry.
I
plus
will
four now
try
as
and get you
well.
up to game again if you could, because I really don't know how.
I got
to earn
Arcana,
that properly.
History, and Nature is +7 now.
Wow, that's big.
Well, I have an in score of 19, plus +4. It's pretty cool.
So what did you get?
15 plus 4, 19.
So yes, you go this way, you just walk off into the floor.
Is everybody following me?
Well, that's their problem.
Okay. Yeah, let's have how many things.
And I'm trying to be, true to character here.
Let's have how many things, yeah.
And Camdu has not failed to reach her destination yet each time she's gone somewhere.
She just gets very distracted along the way.
No, you just see
Right,
people
well,
come out and
go in
start
the same
attacking
direction
you.
that Camden went.
I guess I scrambled to catch up.
Yeah, you start getting all your gear together that you'd set up for the night. Then just start to leave just some of it there for Cheval to pack up for you.
I've got all my stuff. I'm already bouncing onto Camden.
And there's an XP just staring face to face level with Cheval while he's praying.
Gosh, it's so tense. You just leave the axe beat there staring at Chevelle.
Yeah, you kind of probably die.
Yeah, he probably would have.
I mean, the axe beak kind of likes him, but at the same time, it's my axe beak. So I can't roll.
Okay. he sort of shakes his feathers around and then comes towards you. Sort of irritated that he was enjoying his staring contest.
You can stare contest him later. He'll do this often in the sun.
True.
Okay, so heading down into the fog, you basically see it all peels back for you again, as you can follow the tracks of Camdu.
Yep.
I'm just following the line, the green glowy line.
I'm following Camden and chattering at her. Happy to have someone to chat at.
I'd probably turn around and say, shh.
Oh.
But when you turn around, suddenly the fog just lifts around you as you go, oh yeah, that happens around Zal. You're just so used to walking through the fog.
Yeah. I just turn around and keep going.
Not
I
surprised.
start chattering at Grindel Waffle since nobody else wants to listen to me.
It's just that we're trying to be quiet to catch up to this green glowy thing.
You're not chattering loudly.
She's a baby dragon, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay.
You could, however, challenge me to a game of who can stay quiet for the longest.
Oh, okay.
That would work.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, I'm determined to win.
Camden does that.
Okay, stealth roll for the dragon.
16 plus, what do I have?
Actually, you seem to be quite determined to win. You add your dexterity bonus to it.
Dexterity.
Or if you have stealth as a skill, you add that.
Here's the kicker, some spells require a verbal component.
Plus 1, so 17.
For 17, so yes, you are being quite stealthy. And then you start making noises. Look at how stealthy I am, look at how stealthy I am. I'm so stealthy.
17, damn it.
And Grindelwald will sort of pat you on the shoulder going, if you tell everyone how stealthy you are, you're not very stealthy.
Yeah.
Zal whispers, keep it up. Keep it up, Calcrix. You can do it. Thank you.
I'm good though, I didn't quite get my cookie.
Oh, sorry, I'll ring you cookie. Is that cookie?
Yes.
Yeah, the whole home to the dark side, we have cookies. Didn't quite happen. I keep missing the cookie.
I will bring you cookie.
Okay.
So we haven't reached the epitome of Dalsaia because we haven't had cookies.
Oh no, we've been in the dark side for a long time.
Well, I do have Stargate on as well, so it's also amusing to throw Star Wars, Star Trek, and very other sci-fi anecdotes in here and there.
I love the photos that have like quotes from a movie, and then signed by someone else from like another movie or sci-fi thing, and then a picture from like a third separate entity. It's so funny watching people just like lose their minds. Like, this isn't correct.
I think it's funny. It's hilarious to me.
Oh, it's great. I love it too. But reading the comments of people losing their minds is even funnier.
Oh, they can't understand that you control them with just pictures and text. That is not debating anything.
No.
That's where you go up to the Balkans and go, use the Force?
Pretty much.
Or pull out the lightsaber and say the equivalent of live long and prosper?
Yeah.
Having done that to sci-fi people who love it all, it's just quite funny to do that to them.
Most of these biscuits are ginger.
Most of the biscuits are ginger?
I think one of them's almond and cinnamon. Yeah, one's almond and cinnamon, and the rest are ginger.
Mm-hmm.
I can get packets out if you want to see ingredients.
All from IKEA.
I'm still waiting for my dinner to turn on, so.
The lights should be on.
Something
So
outside.
the light should be on, so they should be able to see.
Apparently they're picking it up now, so. We'll see. It shouldn't take too long to get here from up there.
Poor Ross, I think his Lego went missing in transit.
Oh.
He ordered something
I'm
and,
still waiting for my
he's still waiting for it to
reception.
be picked up.
Oh wow.
Still waiting for your other section?
Yeah, my other satchel's sitting in the Ukraine somewhere.
I'm waiting for
We'll,
It's
we'll,
sitting
need,
there since July.
we'll need to contact them.
I have,
Mm-hmm.
and they're following it up.
I'm waiting for books. But the estimated delivery date was gonna be like December anyway.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's coming from the States, so.
Okay.
Well, I think because I ordered off Amazon and they said they had it in stock, but I'm pretty sure it's coming from the States.
Yeah.
Given how long the estimate on shipping is.
Yeah.
Just for like two, so they're omnibuses, so like that thick megaballs. There's two of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon it comes from the States. Not from an Aussie warehouse, even though it was an Aussie seller. Whatever.
Yes, it's annoying when they on sale from other places.
Yeah.
It was it was relatively cheap for an omnibus and for something that's been out of print for like probably 10 years.
Wow.
So like I'm not surprised that it's probably coming from the States because that's probably the only place that it's also from.
So,
Okay,
we're
so-
wandering through to the glowy lights. Are we getting closer?
Okay, so as you're wondering, give me an insight roll.
All of us?
Anyone who wants to.
That's the training.
Mm-hmm.
50.
Wisdom based.
Not much. 8.
So as far as can do is concerned, you'll reach it when you reach it. No sooner.
Is it an insight roll?
Yep.
I get 16.
Well, considering you can't reach things before you reach it, or after you've reached it, so you'll reach it when you reach it. You probably think you'll probably be about 3 or 4 days travelling through this to get to it.
Okay.
Was it 15 and a 16 get that? Yep, well I guess we'll trudge on how we can, rest when we can, we'll feel safe to do so
Yes,
anyway.
you need rest. You just got to keep going.
Baby dragons get tired.
Oh, okay. Baby's
Unless you want to
sleep.
carry me on your black back.
Can
I'm
be
happy
good.
to be your dragon backpack.
Oh, I could do that.
So you'd be carrying a dragon and a gnome.
That's okay.
The waffle doesn't weigh much.
No, you don't probably weigh that much either.
I don't think I do.
I'd rather not have like 3 levels of fatigue if we have to go into combat.
I guess we better stop and rest. Okay.
Can do there's like separate fatigue levels.
Yeah, special can do fatigue levels.
Notice fatigued. Just notice fatigued. Still notice fatigued. Okay, now I'm getting penalised.
About that, yeah.
Still just a Monday.
Terrible.
So you set up, you rest, nothing seems to come at you in the fog. Seems most things that like the fog will come out of the fog.
I presume my axe beak's also probably hunting them.
Oh
Which is
yeah,
also probably why they're not coming out of the fog.
he does like going into the fog quite a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Every now and then he drops half a rabbit egg on you.
Oh, at least we have some dinner.
Half eaten dinner, but okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Not the good half.
Yeah, he ate all the entrails of this poor little rabbit already.
Well, that's good because we don't really want the entrails.
That's his favourite part.
Yeah, we want the muscle, all that stuff.
Yeah, but we still have to skin it.
And he likes to time it when Zal's half asleep. Good for you. What?
Sounds like a cat.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's exactly like that.
And then wants to be out of sight before Zal wakes up in the afternoon. What? Huh? Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
This is getting back for stopping him staring at the paladin
Yep.
for
Yeah,
days.
yep.
So every time you fall asleep, a dead animal lands on you.
Spectacular.
You feel so loved by your XP. Especially considering he doesn't have the coffee buzz anymore to keep him going. He's now just got the kill things buzz.
Slightly better than the coffee buzz.
He has a real buzz with killing things.
Yeah, it depends on if it's body parts that start showing up from humanoids.
Yeah, well then we'll know we're getting close to the druids, so yeah.
Yeah.
Or close to people in general.
Something, yeah.
Something.
Depends on what body parts he shows up with.
Usually it's legs. But yeah, I don't know. Depends how he's managed to get them.
Okay, so 3 days pass pretty uneventfully, and then you do find that you've reached an area with the glow from the green light is just all around you all.
Ooh. Can we see where the glow's coming from?
Not yet, but you seem to be very close to it.
How did we get the other seed? Did it have a similar glow?
We don't know.
And every time you think too much about it, you seem to forget that you got it.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah. So this mysterious creature, every time we think about that like span of time, we just go crazy. And we're kind of like blubbering on the floor blah, blah, blah,
Okay.
for days, like a day, depending on how much we thought about it. So we try not to.
So we try not to think about it. Okay.
We just kind of like know we have it, and probably need to go check on the Elven village at some point. But yeah, this is also on the top of the list.
Elven village we were in is suddenly knotted.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's okay. I'm sure taking the jewel that powered the Elven city is not a terrible thing to do.
No, not at all.
Yeah, not at all. Why
I'm
would
sure
you?
no one will notice.
Oh, I think they'll notice, but they won't know who took it.
No, but the thing is that they won't notice probably because they're all.
Well, the Wednesday group actually had a quest to recover the jewel and went north. And then they lost their characters. They have no idea what happened to their characters after a set point in the story. They
Okay.
basically got told, next session you're showing up with different set of characters.
Wow. Okay. Everybody died.
It's like when J.K. Rowling got sick of writing Harry Potter, she had like a writing block,
Yeah.
and she just wrote like everybody dies and like left it for like 3 or 4 months before she went back to writing.
Well, apparently she got inspiration by writing death scenes. Well, if you go to like George R.R. Martin, I don't think he needed inspiration of death scenes.
No.
No, he's really.
All your favourite characters? They're dead next
Yeah.
chapter.
Yeah.
All your new favourite characters? Yeah, they're dead in the
Well, it's fairly realistic when it comes to like if you portray a role-playing game on that,
Yeah.
and with the expectation that your character can die if it does something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's this character doing something stupid and they're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And if you put that spin on it, people go, yeah, it really does feel like a role-playing game, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
One where the GM is very much, there's no magic to bring you back from the dead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Except in this case, but you've really got to be nice for that person to bring you back. I think the Red Queen was the only one who brought people back from the dead.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, did you really want to come back? Okay, so as you approach where, as you're coming in, you do notice that around you, you've gone through about a mile or more where the grass is dead. And all the trees have uprooted themselves. All the plants have uprooted themselves.
Depends on what they're trying to do. So they poison all the people at the winery.
There are druids and there are druids. Just like that, there are wizards and there are wizards. So you've got what you call a good wizard and a bad wizard. You have a good druid and a bad druid. And it's all from a certain point of view. So from majority of the world, anything that messes with the status quo of Galantry might be seen as a good thing. Such people from the steppes hate the magic. So they would think whatever the druids are doing here is fantastic, unless they start messing with the steppes. And the fact that they've just devastated the natural region, so nothing will grow there. Druids are persecuted, but they're not illegal. They're just not considered citizens.
Yeah.
And waiting for the others to show up so we can actually have something happen. Because like, yeah, this big thing happens, everyone rolls initiative, and it's like,
Well, my dinner's about to turn off, so that's probably a good spot for everyone to be not here. So apparently he missed the kitchen and went further up by mistake.
well, the app is playing up, which it can do that.
What's it
So
gonna do?
in Sydney, with some of the location things, would if you go through the centre of Sydney, it would bounce you in streets either side of where you are, because of it doesn't quite know exactly where you are.
It's slightly better now because they've put more GPS repeaters on the buildings, but yeah, the whole glass reflective thing, yeah.
You didn't? Oh.
Oh look, there it is.
Okay, so we might as well get everyone to roll initiative, considering most people are here.
So what happened while I was away?
We got surrounded by glowy thing and
All the trees and grass and everything's dead. All the trees are uprooted and the grass is all dead.
so it looks like probably worse than that area where we were camped out of the fog. Or about the same.
Worse.
Worse.
Well, the other one still had trees and scrub and all that sort of stuff.
But they were just like drooping.
Initiative, add your dexterity bonus.
17.
Plus 2, it's still plus 1.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, Kendra doesn't see plus it.
So what was Zell's?
17.
What was Andrew's?
5.
So obviously you're going, pretty lights.
Yeah.
Technically mine's 17. I was really sure I earned like another one somehow about, I don't know, 4 games ago.
It's very hard to gain bonuses and things like that.
Because you said you would update my paper.
Oh.
We'll talk about it
We'll
after
talk
game.
about it after game,
But
yeah.
can you try to remember to catch up with me about lessons?
I will try.
I will write it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise.
So what did you say your initiative was?
So technically it's 17. He didn't actually go up the street. So the GPS wasn't being funny, it actually is actually crap.
Are you sure that's not ominous at all?
What's not ominous?
The fact that the dice is flashing.
Oh. Ooh, that's not. That's not. Uh-oh. How many rolls did we get today?
Oh dear.
Oh, I wrote you stuff, but I haven't showed you yet, so I don't know if that counts.
It doesn't.
It should. I get sick and I wrote stuff.
Especially showing me before the game. Yeah, you can show me for next game now. It'll count.
What if I open it up again? I worked really hard on it before this game.
It's the same. It's the same with M showing
I've
me
been busy
the.
organising your birthday.
You have.
I haven't had a chance to show you. That's my response to everything.
It is. What's your initiative?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
What did you
I'm
do?
not winning this week. I really aren't.
Yeah. I have days like that too. And if I have to cancel the game, you know it's bad.
I know.
Okay, so.
I still get one for turning up early though.
Yep. Em got one and Stephanie got one. Em forgot to get one for a book because she was too distracted. Happened. Well, she's got a shot on her phone.
You're being really hard on us today.
No, this is as hard as I am.
I got you a birthday present today.
You did.
Yeah, it's your birthday.
Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday.
Wait.
Something ignoring everything. I don't think he knows what it is.
I don't. I'm making it a point not to ruin the surprise
I covered up the box.
because I'm not easy to surprise most of the time.
So 17, 17, and what did you get?
So what did you end up with?
5 all up.
With your
Really?
uh,
How did you get a 4?
is that a burger?
It's chips and boneless like chicken
Bits.
dippy bits.
It's good. I just curious.
Maybe he'll give you the re-roll if you give him one. For having my book. I forgot to show the actual books as well.
I know. I don't point that out to people.
No. I need to put a reminder set to this location to come up and say, show Martin the books as soon as I arrive within this location. It's been a hard taskmaster this week.
Oh, it's just harder than all the other groups.
I don't know, I'm your wife. Oh
Yes.
shit, I need that too. Ooh, that's tasty. What is it? That makes us jealous. You won't like it because it's spicy. Oh, well, in that case,
In which
it's
case, we're not jealous at
fine.
all.
Oh,
Really.
I'm fine now. see, nice spicy red chips. Yeah. I
You
now
don't even need to
ignore-
look at the colour.
I will now
Nice,
ignore
spicy, are they?
all bits of happiness.
Sure, I'll try one. Don't mind.
He doesn't mind having his eyes burnt on.
It's not that hot. It's like Tabasco sauce and chips.
Nice.
So yes, he might just have the whole burning sensation. He's a fiery dwarf after all. Okay, so yes, and then Stefan gets to roll his initiative.
I'm gonna quickly get those decks for all this time, concentrating. Just put her off for an extra day.
And then what did you get, Stefan?
10.
Okay, just so you know, I did roll up there.
There was a flashy, and we all went, oh shit.
I have a feeling he's taking it all out on us.
Is that our initiative or their initiative?
Their
Their
initiative.
Right.
So it is amusing to roll it in the background. At least it wasn't an attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be rolling that if it was an attack roll.
But I don't think there's actually any mechanic to rolling a 20 on initiative.
Don't you get a surprise round?
Sometimes you can get surprise rounds. Sometimes you can say if you roll a 1, you miss the first round of combat because you're distracted. It just gives you something a little extra.
Stick in the GMG then.
It's more the interpretation that you can do. So it's a reward mechanic for rolling a 20 on initiative. So it's not like instead of going, oh, I wasted that roll. So if you roll a 20, you should make it special because it's supposed to be a special thing on an 20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
So you give it a reason to be special. Whereas if it was like just rolling a d6 and you roll a 6, it's like, that's nothing special in D&D 5th edition.
Yep.
Whereas if you did the older editions of the game, they only cared about certain rolls being natural 20s. This one, all the rolls are d20s. So, as you are staring at that green light, the next thing you see is the fog just clears around it being what looks to be a huge tree that is bellows and swings at the two of you in front, which will be Kandu and Zal.
Right.
Cool. Axe.
So, it attacks you first,
Okay.
because it surprises you. So apparently not so much. So it swings at Kandu, hitting armor class 17 was the number it actually hit.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ow. And that was low roll as well. This is gonna hurt.
Well, it is a challenging encounter. When I say challenging encounter, I do mean a challenging encounter.
Good. Challenging count to new character.
Or reskin a current character.
Mm.
that all works, doesn't it?
Yep.
Suddenly another angry dwarf comes out of the fog.
So it does 14 points of damage, piercing damage.
Ow.
Only 14.
Looks like half my thing was holding.
So just checking to make sure you've got the right amount of hit points.
60.
Where do I have a just on that page? There we are. There's Kandu. You could have 60. Yep. Okay. So and I shall take.
46.
And if I move this around, I can make it so you can see up here. It's a bit higher. That way you can tell how much damage people actually have
Yeah.
by how they look. Okay, so next person is attacking is
I'm gonna say if it's over whatever you just said, it's gonna be a hit.
okay, so it gets say 16. Will a 16 hit you?
Well, that is exactly what it needed.
Oh, that's what it did to me too.
Well, obviously no wasted effort on this one.
Yeah.
This big plant creature.
Guaranteed it pretty much drops me as well.
19 damage.
Oh.
Well, apparently, how many points do you have?
31 now.
Okay, so look at you down here at 19. So I'll just update that one.
Oh, gee.
I wasn't that bad. Well, I was that bad, but not at this level.
So we're at 31 now.
Yes.
Yeah, it would help when you actually update the GA or things like that.
Alright,
And remember that you need to actually update your character.
Because remember I told you what it was after you said I got a bonus to my climb. Because that means I actually got extra hit points because I'm using my
There you
death
go.
save anymore.
That looks a bit.
No, it's not.
There we go. That should look better. You know what? You should be doing it.
Was it 19 damage? So like 12.
Yeah.
Well, that's got 19 down, but it's not showing it properly.
Yeah, that's right. I'll live. Just.
There we go. It's finally caught up. Okay, so just a bit slow today. And then it has a ranged attack on Emdrak.
I disagree.
You can disagree as much as you like. As it tries to pull you into the ground, hitting armor class 22.
Like, it's a scream, it hurts. What's the damage?
You are now grappled.
Oh, okay. Face first.
Yeah.
And it does the same thing to Calcrix. Hitting armor class 20.
Oh.
I'd say yes, but
Yeah.
Given the one with the most AC here got damaged,
Yeah, definitely.
or got hit.
How much damage?
It doesn't damage you, it grapples you.
Oh, grapples me.
Yeah, hold you in place, so you cannot move.
So I didn't get a chance to fight.
This was its surprise mode.
Okay,
It surprised everyone by coming out of the fog before you realised it. And it also went first, so I'll basically say it went first. So next person up is Zal. It's pretty much in front of you.
Right?
It stepped right up and went bash.
Yep. No.
So you could do your trick that you did last time and run away.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely say this has a attack of opportunity, and I'm kind of already almost dead, so you know what? No!
Everything has an attack of opportunity in this game. It's Pathfinder with it. No, you do. If something runs away from you and leaves your threatened area, you have an attack of opportunity.
Oh, do I?
It's a standard thing for every character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why I've told people that they can attack things sometimes. Not that everything gets a chance to. Not with people that can go around.
Yeah, fair enough.
If they die, they don't provoke. Actually, it also gets a bonus action because it did manage to grasp 2 people, so it's going to bite him direct before you get to go. So, would an armor class of 12 hit you?
Nope.
Good.
Even though you grappled?
Oh, grappled rules.
-2, I believe.
Then, I'm not sure how this works, because if I put my shield up, that gives me 15. But if I'm grappled
But
with my shield
you haven't got your shield up.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You were surprised.
That's fair. So then, yes, it hits. By 1.
Okay, so it bites you for... $20 points of damage.
Ow.
Okay. That puts me on half health.
Ember, now, so I have to find him.
I should have 40 health.
Just checking because last time up here was 26. So it was a while since Ember has made it onto the game board. I'll remove the other one, he's not there anymore. Okay, so...
Well, I might do that, and that's probably going to be my turn.
Okay, so Zell.
Considering that half of Camden's alright. She's got like a fizzly points. You said you were half, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will pop up there
Yeah,
eventually.
eventually. Would it worth me healing now or waiting?
Yeah, why not?
Depends. I mean, a few of us are already grappled, so if you're the only person that can attack this thing, then
Well, me and Cam didn't get grappled.
No, we're not grappled. And Keltrix can burn it.
grappling I'm pretty sure stops the movement, it doesn't stop your spells and stuff.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. So I can technically still heal for being grappled, I believe. But that's
Grapple. If you are grappled, your speed becomes 0. That's the basic thing is your speed becomes 0.
Yep.
That's all grappled really does to you now. There are other conditions that can do other things.
So does that mean it still would have broken through your armor class?
Well, it hit me.
Technically, no, because it didn't. You didn't have your armor class reduced.
Oh, I didn't have ammo. Oh, okay, right.
That's why I'm clarifying.
So I'm going to give back your 20 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
So it missed.
Okay, well, so really, I'm really only severely damaged, but that's not a surprise. Magic missile. third slot, can't I?
You can cast up to third slots, I believe. Do you have third slots?
I do have third slots.
It reminds me, I still have that wand.
Yeah, just remember to not use all the charges, because otherwise it won't recharge.
I'm just trying to look up the maximization.
I thought it was like 6 a day, from memory.
Yeah, but every time I heighten it, it takes another slot or something. So, I believe I could fire a level 3 magic missile and not use it up, but then it's done.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna cast magic missile in third level.
So that's roughly the scale of creatures.
Oh.
Ah, nice.
Oh, and you had to put it like right in front of me, didn't you?
Well, yeah, you basically it's indistinguishable from a tree until it moves.
So that means we're potentially surrounded by these monstrosities.
It could be.
Great.
But this one does, as it moves and the fog lifts from its chest, you see it's got a glowing gem in its chest.
Oh. That does explain why it was moving pretty quick.
But he's actually extra.
So do I need to roll to hit magic missile, or do they just hit?
You just hit.
That's lovely.
It's the advantage of magic missile.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just thought I'd double check.
Huh?
Hitting into nothing.
So it'd be 3, 4, 5 magic missiles?
Can I use a reaction for the grapple?
No, you were surprised. What reaction were you going to
I've
use?
got Essence Aura defense and I've got opportunity attacks.
Everyone should have the opportunity attack.
The Essence Aura defense says when you're attacked, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll before the attack is
Normally, you were surprised, so he got the advantage. He got to do his action without you knowing.
Okay.
I'd say after this round, yes, you can play.
Yes, plenty.
Twenty damage? What? Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't roll for. You 20 damage.
Okay.
Still means it's killable, huh?
It is killable.
You can see the line.
I could have kept the line hidden.
Mm.
I've done that to a few of the games. It's like, see how much damage you do. You don't know.
Yep.
Okay.
And I guess that's my go because I can't do anything else.
That is your go. And Calcrix.
I try to disengage the grapple.
Okay. First thing is at the start of your turn, crew you're grappled. Your character takes 10 damage. As the roots have you. And how would you like to disengage?
I don't know how long that is.
So it's like ropey vines around you. You can make an escape roll. You can attack the vines. There are many other things you can do.
I don't think biting it's going to hurt much, so I should just try and escape, I guess.
You can.
It's a tree, right?
It is a tree. It is a very large tree.
So I roll a d20.
So roll a d20 and add your acrobatics or athletics to it.
That's not going to go well. 8.
8. Okay. Unfortunately, you don't seem to be able to squeeze out of it. It's got you too well trapped.
Yeah. Can I bite it? Or might you with it?
Unfortunately, that was your action to
That's
try to
my only
escape.
action?
Do you have multi-attack?
I do have 2 weapon attack.
Not 2-weapon attack.
Allowed to take more than one action.
Allowed to do more than one attack.
How do I tell that?
Could I have a look at your sheet? Not yet. You can only do 1 attack at a time.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, no, sorry, you can do 2 attack. You make 2 weapon attacks, so the attack action. So you can actually choose to use your lightning breath, your claws,
Lightning breath.
or your tail.
I can't use my tail or my claws, I guess, so I'll try lightning breath.
Okay.
Roll d20 again.
Yep. I think it's an actual saving throw on the other person with the lightning breath. Again.
I got a 16.
Would have been great for the claws. So area effect. Okay, so
Can I change it?
technically you can change to the claws. So roll 2d8 and add 2 to it. Yes, it is. And then you add a d6 of lightning damage.
2.
So that's 15 all up.
6, 7 is 13, plus 2 is 15.
Yep. Plus your strength bonus.
Strength.
Sorry, so plus 2 for your strength, so that makes it 17 all. Okay, so you shred the mines that are grabbing you, and you're free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, can I run?
You can run, but you may provoke it attacking you again.
There's a thing here called a dodge. Can I do like a dodge? Is that allowed?
Well, you've used up all your actions,
Okay, so
so you can do your reactions at this stage,
Okay,
or your free action.
so would that be essence or defense? Oh no, free action, essence or enhancement. Oh, I can't use either of those to escape, can I?
No.
No. Well, I just want to make some distance between me and each drinking.
You look small as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it is Ambrax go.
Oh, not quite you.
Who
Keep
takes
that excitement. We're gonna need
12
it.
damage from being grappled.
Almost as much as last time.
If I was survive to the next round, I'm planning on casting heal magic, so
Who else is currently trapped in the mines?
Just you, and there is an XP staring at you, with his head off to the cocked to the side, wondering if it should help him out.
God, that thing's not dead.
I can't say anything because I already have my action.
It's a huge enemy to defy this just standing here.
Looks like a big tree. You don't know yet.
Okay. No, I mean as a player, would I know or
No.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the surprise is you don't know what it is you're that's attacking. It just looks like this big tree-like creature that is attacking you.
I'll just
Okay. So yes, it squeezed you quite a bit. You hear one of your drums buckle.
What are the drums buckled?
Yeah.
He broke the drums! It's on now.
It
Oh,
is
oh,
on
the drums. That thing's made of metal. Wow.
Well, imagine it was an ant.
Fair enough.
It sort of looks like one.
So is that like
There goes my weapon.
That is huge.
oh, that's huge.
So,
Gargantuan like
I think gargantuan is an extra square across.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Well,
Tree.
I guess I'll just use my
It
one
hasn't been resurrected.
magic missile then.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good, just correcting. So you magic missile the tree,
Yeah.
and you hit the darkness.
I don't know because that's a 2. I guess that's 2 plus 2. That's 4, and it's so 1 more. So that's 5.
I was gonna say, do you want people
And you're shooting the tree or at the things grasping you.
Things go after me.
Okay.
That's a 8.
8. Okay, you pepper it with it. You see little bits of it break off, but it still held you nice and tight.
Okay. Yep.
Just so you know, you're 1 point off breaking free.
Oh,
So, no.
It was 9 damage in an attack that freed you. Not to rub it in at all or anything.
And I have to be still probably just
I
staring
lost
at
my
you
weapon,
guys.
so you know.
Well, not lost, just slightly damaged.
Yeah. It's half damage now, so that's half damage. It does.
And then it is finally Camdu's turn.
Yay!
As you're watching all these people around you. Yep. So you take the roots off at Emdrak's neck.
No.
His feet.
No.
No, please
Okay.
don't.
No, I'm nowhere near him. I'm just
I
trying
know, I'm
to
just
stick
teasing
in front of me.
I don't trust Ken to do that at all.
No, I'm nowhere near people. Camden doesn't trust us.
You're right
either,
next
as
to
near
you're next to
people
Zal
either.
at the moment.
Yeah, well, but we're not grappled, so yeah, no. I'm just straight down.
Straight for the creature, yes.
So. 13 plus. What's my
Psychic.
What's my attack bonus?
It would be strength plus at least 3 or 4.
Okay, so then.
So strength plus proficiency is normally what it is.
5. Okay. Well, no. Strength is. Oh, here we go. Strength is 3 plus 6. Is that with my axe?
So if it's, your strength is plus 6.
Oh.
Okay, so strength is plus 3, and your proficiency is plus 2 on this one. You haven't updated it recently, so it should be at least plus 3. So I'd
So
say
6.
so at least 6 for the dice roll.
So roll 13.
So that's 19.
19.
So definitely it. So you roll your
Okay.
damage, and it should be at least 2 dice of damage, I believe. Oh no, sorry, you don't have the magical legs.
No, I don't
So she
have.
got mastery.
I have extra attack.
Extra attack just means you get to attack multiple times.
But great axe, it just says attack bonus is plus 6.
Plus 6, but how much damage?
It doesn't say.
Okay, so we'll assume that you're at least gaining some level of expertise as I get the weapon mastery up. So I actually have all the weapon mastery up here now. So you're using the great axe?
Yeah, it's a great axe.
Great axe. So picture of great axe. So just that's roughly what they're supposed to look
Yeah.
like.
Cool.
And as an expert, that is 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah. Plus your strength modifier of 3.
2d8. 3. Okay. Yeah, God. Okay. 10 plus 3.
13.
13.
And you can have another attack.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Okay, so you roll 2d8 plus 3, and then you multiply that by 2.
Ooh, that's good.
15 plus 3 is 18. Multiplied by 2, 36.
36.
Good going, Camden.
Yes!
Woohoo!
Go! When I needed it, it rolled a 20. Yay!
Nice.
It does like it. And you only have 2 attacks?
It just says, yeah,
That's
extra
right.
attack, 2 attacks.
Yeah, I don't think
A
you're on
good
high
range.
enough level. We should have raged before.
Yeah, anyway.
You're not
Maybe
angry
next
enough.
time.
You're not angry enough yet.
No, I'm not angry.
You're only at a quarter hit point. You're not quite.
Yeah, I'm not really angry yet.
Okay, so the tree gets to go.
Great.
So first thing it does is try to grab the axe beak,
Ah.
and apparently rolls a natural 1 on that one.
Actually,
So
very lucky.
the axe beak is protected by blood apparently.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
They have to be still just staring at Endrak going.
As its bonus action, it tries to bite Emdrak because he's wrapped up in
Oh no.
root stones. So that's a 16 to hit you.
Yeah.
Aren't you being very nice as on arms?
So 22 damage from a bite.
Oh. Oh.
Very glad that I
Are
did.
you down?
No.
He's hurting. Then it swings its one of its branches at Zal,
Oh no.
hitting a 27.
Why me? Can't you do more damage?
Doing 22 points of damage.
Did you break into
Yeah. I crumble to the floor again.
that? Seal.
Well, I should heal you up that turn. Just say you're on 0.
Just get past it.
That's 0 hit points. Okay, and then it swings at Camdu.
So much for doing healing next round.
And his armor class 19.
I hit me anyway, so I do have a +2 to my armor class as a bonus action.
But you have to take the bonus action on your turn.
Oh, okay.
You have to say, as a bonus action, I'm doing this. Bonus actions, you get 1 bonus action on your turn.
Can I be ready? Like I got a ready thing on my sheet. Does that mean like I'm ready because I'm grappled again?
Ready means that you spend your action to ready instead of actually doing something, and you specify what you're going to ready to do.
Oh.
So it might be, I ready to attack what comes through that door when Camdu opens it. So that way, as soon as the door's opened, you act before whatever's in the door
I'm not in the
happens.
room though, but I get what you mean.
Who's just
Yeah, it's a sort of, you basically specify giving up your action to do an action at a later time when that event triggers. If
Can I be ready to lightning breath or door or
you
would
can,
that
you can be ready to do anything, but you pick the action you're ready for, but you give
and
up
you
your
can't change it because you picked it.
and you give up your action on
Yeah.
your turn to ready that for the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically
Alright,
you
well,
use
at least I
up
know what that
you
means.
use up 2 turns to do 1 action.
Okay, I won't do that at the moment because I'm not surprised anymore. Would
Yeah,
that
you're
be
not
alright?
surprised anymore. And did I give Cambu the damage? Because I was sort of
No,
ignoring
you
it.
didn't.
Okay. All good. Okay, so that is does 13 points of damage.
okay.
Okay. That was the creature's turn, and then it is okay.
Not Zol's.
Not Zell's turn because her turn is now moved to before the creature because she got knocked out. Could you have your death save just before the creature's next turn?
Does anyone
Oh, so I don't have to make it now.
No, the rules are supposed to be that you get a full turn from when you get taken out to
He's still grappled.
survive. So it changes your initiative to just before the creature that knocked you out. Then it's how creatures go.
I'm going to try and free Endrak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use claws again.
Mm-hmm. You were quite good with that last time.
Claw breath. 17
17 to hit.
plus. Do I plus stuff?
You can blast off, but you already hit.
Okay.
I think you plus 6,
So now I'll just do damage.
which is 2d8 plus 2.
2d8, which are the triangle ones.
Mm-hmm.
Three and oh, 1. Plus it is
Plus a d6.
3.
Mm.
7.
Then plus 2,
8, 9.
which is the number you needed.
Do I get him free?
And you rip the branches off him.
Yay. Okay. Well done.
And you have 1 more action.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Can I attack again?
One more attack action. Yes.
Well then I will go to attack again. $14.
On the dice.
Yes.
So adding 6 makes it 20.
Okay.
Then you roll your 2d8 again. Add the d6.
That one.
Yep.
Yep.
5 and 7. Which is 12. Plus 5. 17 plus 2, 18, 19.
18.
Wow, well done.
Very nice.
Thank you.
It's taking quite a lot of damage so far. Then it is Imdrak's turn. And you realise he's just pulled it apart just in time before it squeezed you again.
Do yourself.
No, I'm gonna get Zal up.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use a third level thingy.
At least you're going to ask the goddess of death to heal.
No! No, that's a
Sure.
Really?
I have no choice.
Well, that's the one he's currently following. Hey, God of the things I'm now no longer able to do, can you heal this person?
Sure.
I'm surprised you just don't get out my book and just start whacking me with it.
He doesn't know if he can touch it yet.
Ooh, that's a good point.
That's terrible. You gain 8.
8.
So you're on 8.
Is that 8?
Eight. Oh, that's scary.
What's that?
I can search my medication name and get all the times I've taken my medication that I've said to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
What about today?
Well, it makes it easy if you want to know when you've done it now.
Yeah,
That's true.
forgotten.
But it's still a bit scary.
So my question, does that mean my initiative is going back to what it was, or am I
No,
still...
you're still on before it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't miss your initiative.
That's why I just wanted to check, because I was like, maybe I should go back on myself because I really want to heal people.
Very disengage is my bonus. So I'm assuming this thing can't attack me. I mean, it has opportunity rather. So.
Why do you want to disengage?
Because I don't want to be grappled again.
Do you have people doing matches or you guys?
If it's focusing on you guys, I can
I
heal you guys from afar.
Well, my first action is going to be heal, so... Which is my first and only action for this round is going to be heal, so...
Okay, so I believe disengaged is an action.
It's a bonus action or an action?
I think it's an action. I think it means that your movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity this turn.
Oh, okay. Well, then I can't do it.
No, you can. Because you have, that's right, you've,
He healed me, so...
That is scary, but well done.
disengage action, single action.
I do not want to go to Evans.
Disengage action 92.
Got a great big red skull on it.
Looks like my dad.
So, if you take the disengage action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn. It's rogues who get to be able to do disengage as a bonus action. You're not a rogue.
The one I
Right, okay.
it's in my box.
It still writes,
Yeah, it's still right, so that's why I still use it.
and no one would be missing it because it's so tiny.
And then I've got my pencil sharpener. You see, it's actually meant to be a pencil case. But it's not nice.
I love it.
It was well supposed to.
It does, it's a very good dice game.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't think I have any reactions.
It was a Tupperware thing. I got it at some store.
Well, everyone has the basic reactions, but
It's a great use. It was, and then when I started role playing, I was looking for something to stick my dice in. And I went, oh, this will be perfect.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I guess I'll just move. I can't move because I've already done.
You should show them.
you can move in its threatened space as long as you don't leave it.
Can I just move as far as I can
Right.
in threatened space, away from the creature?
You would assume it has a 15-foot reach.
That's one.
Okay. Does that put me in the
So
fog?
are you
or-
slugging the fabric to get the dragons in the right
He
spot?
won't be in the fog
That's
because
what-
Zal has a 30-foot radius around him.
Okay, I'll just move as far back as I can see
It's a
without
little pouch.
triggering.
Design of the same.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, because I could never find a proper pouch when I
Okay.
was first looking.
So yes, next person up is Candu.
Oh, yummy.
So yes,
So can
Emdrak wakes up on Zal, who's flat on his back.
Yep.
I can still cast magic from my back, so this is fine.
Okay, first attack, 19 plus 6.
That is a hit.
Okay, 12 plus 3, 15. Second attack. 6 plus 6.
6 plus 6 is 12. You miss.
Oh.
It dodges.
Ah.
It dodges by just standing there.
Do I? Oh no, I have to separate it first, don't I? Okay.
Do your bonus action.
Alright.
You may, as a bonus action, you can give yourself +2 to your defense.
I can
Or
deflect an attack or have plus 2 armor.
before an attack is made, you can choose to deflect
That's
attacks.
right.
Yeah, okay, so
I knew I had a bonus action. It's my body
So which bonus you want to do? The armor class?
I
or the
remember, I knew I
No,
had.
the deflect an
Okay.
attack.
I think my bonus action.
That's what I was going to do. I wanted to give Sol bardic inspiration.
Okay, so you pull out your slightly dinted drums.
We'll use one side.
So you're having this rather tinny sort of sounding drum.
The sound, I sort of odd reminiscing of an out of tune
Yeah.
banjo.
Like sometimes I play drums on tin cans.
Or the half full drum.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you have your thing up, and it's Zal's turn. You're on your back. To stand up from prone only uses a half your movement. That's all it does in 5th ed.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't take. Oh, okay, yeah, well, I guess I'll stand up because I may as well.
And then it can knock you down again.
I did that problem, yeah. Prayer of healing. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within in range. Each regained hit point is equal to 2d8 plus my spell casting modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or construct, or non undead or construct. And that's a 2nd level spell, I believe. Do I need to roll that for healing everyone? Because it's healing people?
Do you get bonuses for healing people?
My spellcasting ability modifier. That's kind of
No, you don't want to just roll.
Yeah, you only.
If it's not a ranged spell attack, for example, you want to just do it.
Yeah, you normally just do it because that's a welcome thing. Unless of course healing actually hurts them, in which case then it's a spell attack roll. The positive energy burns me. Well, you better roll against that person. Well, they created the Dehapia in Pathfinder. The Dehapia, the half vampire, and they take damage from positive energy. So it's like, yes, I do the area healing effect, and that person starts burning.
Is that right? That doesn't work.
Whoops.
Or the int plus the
Your spellcasting modifier for cleric is wisdom.
yeah. Plus proficiency? Then why have I got plus 4?
You got proficiency to a spell attack rolls +4, but your casting modifier is your wisdom.
Oh, okay.
So modifier versus attack roll are different things.
That's good. That's why I thought
So it's +1.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I have an attack.
Yes. Spells don't count for extra attacks. A spell replaces attacks. So if you want to do extra attacks, you've got to attack for a weapon.
But it's an item.
What did you use?
I used the wand of magic missile.
I think you activated an item. So ones are activations, not an attack.
Not an attack. Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So weapon attacks, you can have multiple attacks to move efficient. That's why you have to choose whether you're going to use a magical item or a spell
That makes
or an
sense.
actual use of weapon.
11.
11 to hit or 11 damage?
11 to heal.
Oh yeah, 11 healing. So you heal everyone for 11.
Oh, you'll get 11 hit
Does it hit target yourself?
I really need to get
Yes.
a field that includes Jasmine's. I think that would be entertaining.
Because my dice really just.
Well, your
not
wings still
well.
better.
Would it actually work though? Could you like
Hmm?
do a spell where Jasmine's was the casting of the spell of healing?
Part of the semantic components. So okay, I really freaked people out on the Wednesday when the Pegasus did Jasmine.
What's that? I missed that.
So, it's what? It's doing Jasmine.
I don't think I have any useful bonus actions. All my bonus actions are like my arrow. Yeah, I guess that's my go.
Okay, so Zal is up, spelled up, and the tree's looking at you. So right below you, roots come out to grab
So
grapple you.
just be aware, because I gave you common inspiration, which is also bardic inspiration, you can either use the normal roll or the combat version, which means when an attack roll is made against you, you can use the roll to minus the its thing.
Would you like to do that?
Sure, because I don't know what you're rolling.
Use your inspiration. What's the inspiration? D6, D8?
D8.
D8. Roll a D8.
And you minus that from its.
2.
Okay, so it hits armor class 14.
It misses! Yes!
In which case, then it decides to try to backhand you off the branch.
Oh no.
Does it
Hitting
still
a-
get minus for that, or is it only one attack?
One attack, I believe.
Just one. It
Okay.
goes after you.
So it gets a
use it.
27.
No.
Yes.
Well, at least it hasn't grabbed you. So it backhands you for enough to put you back down again. So that was 21 points of damage.
Your celebratory moment was so short.
At least I managed to heal people like slightly.
So, book, and Zal's down again.
Huh?
11,
11
yeah,
points.
11 points.
Oh, okay.
So you should be fully healed.
I'm back to full.
And then it
Oh,
tries
can I do
to
this slightly more?
tries to swing at Camdo as well,
Mm-hmm.
getting armor class 19.
Yeah, but I deflect.
And you now get to roll a d20 and add your weapon attack bonus to it of +6,
Yeah.
and that is your armor class.
Oh.
That's what a deflect does for you.
Okay. 1.
Okay, so
You may want to use
You may want to use
the
the
reroll.
reroll. I'm going to use the
you
reroll.
can use the reroll on that one.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
will
gee.
move the reroll dice over to here, so it's now on 2.
Okay. Let's try this again.
For another one.
7. 13.
13. So say my armor class is not as good.
Yeah. Oh well, it still would have hit me at 19 anyway.
Well, you could have rolled, what's it, I think a 15 and
15
higher
and
on the
higher,
dice
yeah.
meant it didn't hit you, so you had a 25% chance of actually doing it,
Anyway.
and it hits you for 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Now that doesn't sound loud and jarring, does it?
No.
I can get more Dara.
What,
No,
15?
it's okay. That's enough.
Okay, and then it tries to grapple Mdrak at the range.
No.
It's not going to? Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, hits armor class 16.
No.
That's your armor class, isn't it?
No one's 30.
Okay, so vines come up around you and pull you to the ground again.
It's grappled again.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Just magic missile? No, you can't do that.
And so it basically reaches over and bites you because it's grappled you. It gets a bonus action of a bite on anyone it's grappled.
Wow.
So it gets 5 attacks literally in a round if it gets to grapple someone.
5 attacks on me, well, I'm dead.
Oh no, 5 attacks in a round in total.
If it grapples all of them.
Okay, so hit armor class 14.
Yep,
That's the magic number?
You should have put your shield on there.
What? I
Okay, so
I didn't have time to.
it does almost minimum damage of 9.
Oof.
That's alright.
Okay.
Why couldn't you have done that with me?
So that's
Sorry to interrupt, but what does the +3, +1, +2 equal?
Okay, so
Where
that
can I use that?
well, see how you got an armor class of 15. Without that, it's 0.
Oh, okay, so that's how I can.
It's a breakdown of what your armor class is.
I see. Oh, that's what I wanted to understand.
So technically, you are using it now.
Okay, right, that's
See, jazz wings and all.
But that only equals 6.
Well, technically, it should be 16.
Oh,
So you've been shortchanged one.
you should change it.
Well, you should have corrected it.
Yes, now.
Did you shortchange me on my anniversary present?
Probably.
And have I shortchanged you on your anniversary present?
No.
So?
You.
Yeah.
Do you get a free reroll for that?
She didn't ask.
I won't take advantage of you.
It was funny though.
It was funny. It was very
Okay.
funny.
So it's had all its attacks and its can do's go.
He's good. I
So
say
I
in a
am
disappointed
down
voice.
here. Okay, 16 plus 6.
That's a hit. You're very good at hitting it without having to add stuff to it.
7, 6, 13 plus 2, 15.
It's almost dead, get it?
Hello.
You hear another disembodied voice.
6, can I re-roll the 6?
You can reroll the 6. There
People,
is.
should I re-roll it? Because that won't hit otherwise.
Don't forget we've got Calcrix and Emdrax goes.
yeah, but the person who does most damage currently is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes. 13 plus 6, 19.
Yep, there's a hit. And just think if she had magic axes.
Ah.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, damage!
Well, at least you hit.
Oh. So close.
Oh, God, if I hadn't...
Yeah, that's.
You can't see, there's like that much
I
more
know,
than you
I would have...
know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There's a lot
There you go, you feel better about that now. Okay, so it is now Zal's go.
Is it?
Technically, yes, you before the tree.
Oh, is everyone else at the moment? Well, here I go dying.
Did I miss Calcrix and Indrak this turn? I think I did.
Yeah,
So,
that's
okay.
right.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
So
well,
Calcrix
straight
is
to
go.
me.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I jumped them.
I'm gonna try 13 again.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep, we're gonna free Indrak.
11 plus 6, is it?
11 plus 6, yes,
I think
is
it is 6.
that is 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that hit?
It hits.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Are you doing damage to the thing, or are you freeing Embera?
I'm gonna. Is it alright if I try and free him at the same time?
And you're doing either. You're
Oh, okay.
Damage
Well,
them.
freeing Emdrak then.
So you can keep healing people.
Yeah.
Don't forget you have 2 attacks, so you can try and free him and hopefully work.
Which one's that here?
That's the D8.
That's
I
the
need
DS.
2.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
that's
the
it
other
as
one?
well, yes.
Yeah.
4 and 6.
That's 10.
Plus-
And yes, you free him. He's safely free.
Alright, then I will try and attack this
Because you just
time.
got to reach 9 damage on a slashing attack.
15 plus
6 is 21, so it's a hit.
and then 2 and 5.
Is 7 is plus 2 is 9 plus a d6.
And D6. 4,
So that's 13.
13. Just gonna keep it all there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then going to Emdrax, you got skipped.
So,
So luckily someone freed you before it was your
Alright,
turn.
how's everyone's health? Zal needs healing.
Just kill it instantly afterwards, he says in a disappointed voice.
Do you remember
you
how
down?
much damage I
Yes.
just did?
Oh.
You
I'm
did
down
13
again.
damage.
13.
Because I healed everyone and it was like,
No, how far away is Zal from me?
About 10 feet at this stage?
Okay.
3 meters.
If I move to Zal, would that trigger any?
No, because you don't leave its attack range. Because you can actually go circles around a creature and it doesn't provoke until you try to leave its threat range. That's how
I'm going
fifth
to move
edition
up to
works.
Zal, kneel down, and give you cure
May
wounds.
the power of my god clear!
Because, yeah, just. So that would be 3d8.
I've had clerics do that in games.
Or a d8, please. Thank you.
So roll
apparently I
for
can't even roll. Oh, it hits. I don't know what the other
2,
one was.
3, and 4.
It was annoying because that 3 was something else, but oh well. 2, 3.
So that's a total of 9 now.
Plus 11.
So you're now on 11 hit points.
Woohoo!
Like we were saying, you get knocked down and you get back up again.
Yep.
And unfortunately, as that was your, do you have a bonus? Was that a bonus action to do?
My bonus action would be to give bardic inspiration to you again.
Thank you very much.
Be very inspired.
As I yell in your ear with drums. Be inspired!
Yep. Okay.
Alternate Friday has a familiar cat that does exactly that. It yells in your head when it talks to you. It doesn't have a low volume, it only has intense noise volume.
I love that cat. That cat's great.
You will be nice!
But it's like super death metal. It's like, you'll pat me.
You will pop me.
Yeah. It's great. I suppose because I was down and got back up again, I've
You're prone, yes.
Okay.
You stand up again?
Yes, and
This is feeling strangely familiar.
how close am I to the tree?
You're right next to it?
I am in touching range?
Yes.
I bad touch it with a very chilly touch.
Okay, you bad touch.
Bad
Give me
Isn't you just set a ranged attack?
chill touch, I believe, requires
Oh,
still
is it
an
chill?
attack
Yeah,
roll.
chill touch creates a spectral hand that touches me.
Which one's the one I have to be close with?
Harm.
Is it harm?
I think harm requires you to touch them.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
Isn't harm the opposite version of heal?
It is.
Huh. I thought one of the really cool ones I have is like, I thought it was a touch.
Chill touch, despite its name, is not actually a touch spell. It's really like.
So should we call it chill range?
Yeah.
Sort of like the Zala's a ranger should be called Stabby Stab.
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly.
Should we change to chill stabby instead of chill touch?
Because that's a cantrip. Do I need to? No, I don't need to.
For a range attack, yes. Chill touch, yes. It's a range spell.
I need to have a shit down.
So you said your range spell attack is plus 4, so you have roll and that plus 4. If you hit its AC, then you do the thing.
Downside is any spell you learn removes a spell you already know.
That's what you want to do.
Oh, I'm thinking inflict wounds. That's why.
That was a good one.
Which is basically kill harm.
How do you figure out if one spell is better than another?
I
How
mean,
much damage it does?
you read the description and see what suits you more.
Yeah, inflict wounds was
Do you want to do that? Okay. So I believe that's a touch attack.
It is a touch attack.
That's basically just attacking.
Does that work? Can I have?
So you've got to roll to hit
2d8s.
first. So roll your hit first.
Oh, right.
You still got to hit.
Yeah.
There is one reroll, and there is her inspiration. Does her inspiration add to her to hit?
I believe it does.
You can be
Yes.
inspired. And roll a d8 to hit if you're worried.
So you can roll a d and add that to your attack if you're worried about it.
So is this where the spell attack modifier comes in?
Yes.
So that was.
Probably about +4.
That's what she said last time.
Well, this is a.
As
Is it a wizard spell or
it's
is
not
it?
a wizard spell, it's a clerical spell.
Then yes, it is possible. Yes, I'm gonna use the inspiration to. Yeah. Hopefully.
They were at 1 year at Bangkok.
Oh, that was fun.
I think I missed, and I don't really want to use the last reroll yet. 13.
It's not 20.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so late.
Well, sometimes one combat can take a long time. So, you've used up the last reroll.
Well, that's much better. This is 17 on the dice, so plus everything else.
Yep, so that's a hit. It is a hit. It's a shame high 10 above the armor class. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I do like that in half.
Are you hiding it? Or are you?
No, I wasn't gonna hide
She
it.
had to choose it before she cast it. She has to move it.
Oh.
It's a base rule because you have to pick the slot you use it, and even if you miss, the slot's wasted.
Yeah.
So you can't go, I know I've hit, I'll use a higher slot.
That makes sense.
And the reason why I didn't hide it is because it's doing 3d10
Oh, yeah,
already,
it does a lot of
so...
damage already.
Yeah, I like this one because it's really light.
Yeah.
But
Can't read the numbers very well. It's hard to see.
I'm sorry, technically.
Yeah.
You can rub things on them to make the numbers easy to read. You can put things on the numbers to make the numbers easy to read.
I'm thinking of getting Emrys to do it because he's got such a good eye for detail. I'm thinking of getting him to do the goals.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been waiting to see him to ask him.
So you can either do the number or surrounding the number.
I think I'll get him to do the. Ooh.
Because you can do it with the equivalent of a wash, so the number stands up black on the
That's a
background.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost max. That's
That would look
26, I think. 10%,
Emrys
9%.
is really nice.
I don't add the spell modifiers to this,
So
do I?
this was inflict wounds.
Yeah. Inflict wounds is page 253.
Just making sure
It's
I get it right.
necrotic.
Yeah.
Inflict wounds.
It's instantaneous,
Yeah.
3d10, and it just has a high soft
26
score.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
26.
26 damage?
Yep.
That's why you don't get the 8 modifier.
That's fine.
And it basically shatters before you, dropping a jewel into your hand.
Well
The glowing
done.
jewel.
This is where we get a tree and we show the tree a figure as well and say, tell us where the bad cleric touched you.
Glowing green, is it?
Glowing green. No, it'll be okay for a while.
Oh, I thought you finished.
Yeah, so can I make a roll to know what the hell we just wore?
Yep. Nature roll. You're good with nature, aren't you?
I actually am. It's 19 plus 7, so that's like 26.
So you recognize it as a tree blight. Not a very common creature. It is basically something that is a perversion of nature.
And would that be something
Not easy to make.
from the druids would make?
Druids probably made it with the help of the gem.
So it's a tree plant.
Yep.
I don't know that as a character, but I know that
As
as
a
a player.
player now, yes. You didn't know it as a player previously because you'd never caught one before. And it's a bigger version of those little twig blights that you fought earlier in Emdrak's ancestral key.
Would I make that connection since I fought them off with the sorry, name.
Yes.
You,
You would make a connection to that as well, yes.
So I probably didn't like have a look at it and go, oh, this is similar to the druids things, the little ones before, but enhanced by magic.
And fire did it last time, so I would probably try add fire at it now.
Well, necrotic damage seemed to do well.
Well, it's gone now. It got
Oh, did it die?
yeah, she
It
ripped it apart with magic.
Oh, wow.
Which is why they said
Sorry, so I'll finish it off with chill touch?
No, inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds. So,
Which is funny because it does necrotic damage as a clerical spell. Which that kind of suits my character. I like it.
yeah. And the product damage is amazing.
oh, it is.
Given there's a first level spell and it is 3d10, I was just like,
Yeah,
And-
very few can get it.
And then when you use it on a vampire. Thank you.
Yeah, free healing.
Is there any other imminent danger?
yes, it's like if I
Not
cast
that
it
you can
off,
see,
do
but
the action,
then Kamdu hears a whispering, deep voice carried on the wind. Long have I waited, it says, for one who is worthy. My spear hungers for blood. Retrieve it, and rule these mountains in my stead, just like the mighty warriors from the early days of the Whispering Wall, it says.
Oh, is that a can do?
While Andrew's listening to that, I do a little dazzling for celebration.
Mm-hmm.
That's not free healing, so I just...
My dazzling is the
No,
door
no,
voice.
it's talking about...
And you feel the presence pulling you further up the hill.
Oh, something's trying to get me to go up the hill.
What kind of something?
I don't know.
Did something bad something?
That voice.
Did you get an idea that it's good or bad? Did we all hear it? Or?
No,
Oh, just Camden?
just
What
Kamdu.
did it say?
I'm sure hearing voices is not a bad thing in fantasy.
Oh no, no,
What did the voice say?
I tell them what it said.
Did it invite you for a tea party?
No.
That doesn't sound like a good voice.
It invited me for spirit blood or something. That sounds okay.
Do I still get caution?
Give me a history roll.
I wouldn't know what she's talking about because I'm so young.
Probably wouldn't know either, but you can make a history roll as well if you like. That's intelligence. Yep.
19.
13.
Barbarians tribes did once live in these regions.
Oh, 18. Oh, nice.
You do also remember.
Your new little dice is very lucky.
You do remember that barbarians did used to live in these regions.
Barbarians used to live in these regions.
Well, I'm about there.
So-
That's cool.
And that's why
Correct.
Camden heard the voice?
Possibly. Well, not many barbarians wander into these hills nowadays.
Probably not.
I guess we check it out with caution? Because it called to you, so it's up to you.
So, Kamdu cautiously just walks forward strongly and
normal
So while you're sitting there going, okay, we'll just finish patching and then Kamdu.
I race off after Camden.
Okay, so while someone's trying to patch, things, you just see the Kamdu followed by the white dragon, followed by the gnome carrying, in the middle of grinding out some more coffee.
As I run off, I grab Grindelwald and chuck him on my lap.
Okay. So you hear the sound of grinding coffee going.
I guess we try and catch up as quick as we can. I don't know what you
You don't know. There was some sort of spear.
I mean, I'm gonna follow with you guys.
So when she described it, she described it as a spear of blood. It may actually be incorrect, but that's how Kamdu described it.
she heard.
Sure, when her voices are okay, we'll follow her. When mine
Well,
are
I
okay,
just said I know that it's
No, I'm not saying this is okay.
Barbarians used to live
Would I
in
know
these.
that
okay
it's
for Camden.
based on that role?
Knowing that barbarians used to live here as tribes is not common knowledge.
No.
Okay, so how would I take note of that instead?
You just say,
A history check reveals
reveal that barbarian tribes used to live
used
here.
to be
That's
better.
funny, because I changed the other race, I didn't hear one of the voices. Now that I'm changed back, I hear one of the previous voices.
I just don't want to write it so that I think my character knows more than what it actually does, because I don't want to get in trouble even if I'm honest.
That's okay. Things happen to baristas.
Yes, I'm not using it at the moment.
You're still going on about that interview.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, look, I totally agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. They should be using a thermometer. You can't tell temperature by hand. But still.
They just think that they're good.
It's a slight pet hate of mine, I wouldn't admit.
Oh, yeah, it's up there in my top when it comes to making coffee.
Now, when you mention that, you don't really want your almond milk burnt. They look at you. But I'm gonna burn it. But they heat it exactly the same as they heat
Soy
the
milk
milk.
burns as
burning
well.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
At 50 degrees.
And they just go, I do it the same as you do every coffee.
What area are we in them? Are we
You're in the
still
Baldavian
like,
region
less
of
Baldavian?
Palatri. Okay.
I was wondering if we crossed lines somewhere.
No, you're still in that region.
Okay, cool. No,
That's where the fog is. The fog doesn't actually leave Baldavia. You know when you've left Baldavia when you step out of the fog.
So the mountain is outside?
Yep. The mountain is still in your entry, but outside of Moldavia.
Interesting.
I feel like we've been travelling through this fog and we're travelling and travelling. We go past this sun.
BOL?
Small group of gnomes working the fog machine and run by.
BOL DAVI. I may be pronouncing it badly, but and it's actually more on an Eastern European name, so roll whatever letter you like in there, and it's probably correct.
Yeah, like 3 R's and a silent O.
Somebody calls me a goblin.
No, it's actually
That's very.
no, the people are technically considered Eastern European style.
Yeah, but it's you're racially neutral. I'm not supposed to say chucking as many letters as you
I didn't say chucking as many
Just-
as I said
just
roll whatever
because
letter
we
you
put
like.
an S, T, C, H and a K in the same order with no vowels in between doesn't mean yes, that we do so randomly. Yes.
Doesn't mean we don't cheat at Scrabble.
What does this word mean?
Oh,
What's in
no,
our
we
language?
absolutely, no, we don't need to cheat a Scrabble.
Everyone else cheats. Why? Because they're not using my words.
You've written window with STCH and yes.
And there's a certificate somewhere that's
Not all Ukrainians have cheat going on.
Okay, so
Oh, that's about
yeah, that's your butt singing.
making music. Fortunately, not bad
So
music.
go take your tablets or your tablets.
It is true.
Okay, so Camdu, you feel yourself up the side of the hill here, above a pile of rocks, and you believe the pool is under those rocks.
Oh, okay. So I start moving the rocks.
Okay.
Cool.
Pull. So she's being pulled up this way.
So we'll just double check.
The voices in my head told me to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, they told me there's a POOL this way. We're rocks.
I asked Camdu whether or not perhaps we should wait until the others come just in case. Just in case.
Well, we were following Andrew. Like, when Andrew runs off somewhere, you follow.
We're probably maybe like
Otherwise, you won't see her for another like 3 sessions.
Okay.
You follow.
So we're not too far.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Can do this way.
We probably go back to patching
Cam
ourselves
don't.
up.
Cam do.
Yeah, exactly.
Camdu doesn't do don't.
Exactly.
That's right, yeah.
So Cam does.
We'll get her name changed later. It's fine.
I need chocolate if I'm going to cope with this conversation any longer.
It's not bad, is it?
No, it's pain actually. That's
Okay, so as you're seeing, wait for this, you see Camdu pulling out bits of skeleton, digging further in, and dead skeleton.
yes.
Human skeleton.
No. She's basically desecrating a grave. We're probably going, Cam, just hold it.
I was just curious what race is skeleton.
Well, I'm going to say bony.
There you go. It's Boney race. The race of Boney.
Or I can say it's you see dead things.
Yes. Well, there's that dead thing behind us. It's full of trees.
Well, I tend to stop Cam doing it, probably isn't going to stop her, and then go back to patching ourselves up.
You might end up in the hole if you try and stop her.
Yeah, probably. No, I'm from a safe distance. If I can do, you should probably not desecrate the grave.
Let me sanctify the ground. Never mind. Look, there's a revenant. He's got your spear.
And you find as you dig a long spear just sitting in the ground that you pull out, shake off the handle on it. It doesn't need it anymore.
That's what he was calling me. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So you retrieve the spear of luck.
Yep. That is too much.
Oh, I thought it was.
But, oh.
And as you hold it up, it glows with a red flash,
Oh, cool.
and you see the fog around you and about 100 feet just melt away.
Oh,
The what?
what?
Away?
The fog.
The fog. Oh, cool. Now I can get rid of the fog too.
And you just sort of see it just hits the ground and it splatters.
The fog does.
Yeah, it turns to blood.
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh.
Okay.
Umbrella!
I never said the fog was actually made out of water.
Oh. He said what the fog was.
No,
I'm still covering my head as it starts raining and stuff.
Well, no, there's no fog around.
I
it's
use
just
my
on
wings
me.
to.
And then
Is
above
that
you,
literally raining blood?
everyone's covered in blood.
No.
Because hey, the fog does go up more than 100 feet. And you only do this on a 30-foot dome. And you just make it not work in that area. She just turns it all to blood.
Sorry.
So good.
Can you turn it off?
Blood.
Yeah, no, that's me.
Give me a religion roll. Which is intelligence based, I believe, if you don't have this going on.
5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay, you think that turn off. Nothing seems to be happening. It's still glowing. It's still got glowing happily in your hand.
Oh, okay. If I put it down, does it stop?
It still glows.
Still glows. Oh,
Seems to like you.
okay. I'll pick it up again.
Can I do a history roll on it?
So at this stage, the spear has attuned itself to you. So whenever you hit with it, you get an extra +2 to your attack,
Cool.
and you do an extra 2 dice damage. And when you kill something with it, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
So that's what you attack. +2.
And it is known as the blood spear.
Cool.
Is there a tackle that resets at short rest?
Temporary hit points. Temporary hit points is the highest of the roll whenever you get it. So if she rolls it and gets 2, and then she kills another creature and rolls it and gets 4, she'll have 4.
Yeah,
And then
but
she-
when does it reset?
Well, the temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Temporary hit points generally don't last that long. If she has a long rest, they disappear.
If it's full time, if it will mimic in full time.
Yeah, most things that give you temporary hit points disappear at a long rest.
Right, okay. I couldn't remember if it was short rest or long
And
rest.
most temporary hit points don't stack.
Yeah.
Whereas this one does.
No, this one doesn't either.
Oh, right, sorry.
So say, so I was saying, so say you kill something and you get 4 temporary hit points because you roll badly, and then you kill another one and roll worse and get 2, then you're still on the 4. And then if you hit someone and manage to get 12, it goes up to 12 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
So it's whatever it is the maximum you roll on the dice.
Oh, actually, sorry, correction. Full time is an owl.
It only lasts for an hour.
It's a duration of an
So
owl.
that's a combat thing.
Which would be useful if we didn't get a surprise round every time.
And the weapon looks like it, on the whole length, looks like it's stained in blood.
I had like something tickled to death by
It's
giants.
obviously been used a lot. So
Yeah, I love dying. Okay, this is a story.
Don't worry, I'll make sure I see him smash mouth that whole time.
Was that where that inspiration was coming from?
This
We're
one.
getting knocked down and knocked back up again.
Exactly.
There's playing a little tune in the background.
In a badly off-tuned drum beating.
Semi-angry dwarf.
And so yes, you have managed to now retrieve 2 of the glowing seeds.
So,
You're not sure if you can find where the last one is because they told you it was somewhere near a township.
Thanks, guys.
well, they didn't know.
They
where
did. They
were.
did name the township. You did find one that they didn't know about. So they didn't know about one of them that the elves had.
Wow. Oh, is that the
Yep.
missing one?
Hang on a minute. Wasn't one of them near that town we somewhat accidentally, possibly slightly massacred?
Yep.
What? The
I
Supernova
asked you
town?
what
No,
town?
not Supernova Town. The fairy coffee massacre.
Oh, not that one. There was another town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's been a few that you almost massacred.
Yeah, I was trying to say which one.
Let me get on my list.
Which one today are we going to talk about?
I asked you guys what town because I obviously not been here the whole time.
We're probably gonna respond.
Because the people who we talked
You may
to-
want to gloss over some of this.
Well, no. Initially they said 2. They knew where 2 were and knew roughly where 2 were. So one with the
one with the druids, and one was in a town somewhere to the southwest, was it? Somewhere anyway. And one was missing that didn't know where it was.
We found the one that was missing first.
And mine's saying that that one is the one we obtained somehow.
So we've attained the one from the town that we destroyed.
From the Elven village, which is the one that they didn't know where it was.
Okay, alright.
But we don't remember how we got that.
No,
which is why we didn't know it's the missing one. And plus these guys are dead now, so we know we might be able to deduce that it was the missing one, but given the information we have, but I mean, it was a while ago, so what do we remember about the town that they described?
Well, the one that they said that it was near was the ruins of Beres. They basically said somewhere not too far away from the winery. See if I can get a map to figure out where in the region it is.
So who's telling us all this, by the way?
I'm recalling information.
Okay. So you're telling us.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what sparked this?
Because we got this gem, we're now trying to figure out where the other one is, or the pieces, because we know we're up to 3.
Yep.
So we're going, well, we found the one with the druids, we found the one in the Elven village, but the other one,
So we've got the second one now.
Yeah.
that was in the big tree.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No short-term memory.
Came out of the tree, big, huge tree blight. Thingy we killed.
Retrieve second seed.
So, using the power of deduction, Zal thinks that the one that we obtained somehow from the elves was the missing one. That the people of the winery who are now dead didn't know about. So we can't exactly reference that information anymore. But this is just all memory.
And the other one is supposed to be where a settlement had been built closer to the Elven nation, but had been wiped out by some disaster.
So not the Elven one we got, or
That's not the Elven one. That's the last one.
that's the last
That's the
So
one there is.
Well, we've just found a dead person.
It was one of the places you were heading for before you took that left turn.
Just
Yeah,
short
the trees going that way, that both led to
Yeah.
that the second seed we just found in the dead tree blight comes from the ruins of Perez.
No. That was saying that was where the last one is.
Our current one.
No, the third of the
Or
three.
the third
together.
one is going to be in the ruins.
That's where they told you where it was. Because they said the druids had walked up with one of them,
Okay.
and they didn't know what had happened to the third.
Okay.
And you found one that wasn't in any of those regions that the elves had.
Right. So Sal determines that the remaining missing one might be found in the ruins of Perez.
Yes.
So I think we
Okay.
can manage to get back to the rest. We'll get it right with the skeleton carriage. Because that's how we found you. Okay. Got that?
That's how you got from Old David to Black
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
So that
It's still short if we're trying to
Walk.
walk from wherever we are all the way back north.
yeah, but we may as well find the jewel while we're at it, 'cause it's
Well, that's what I'm going to.
yeah. But the thing is now, do we go after the druids, wipe them out, and then get the third jewel, or just like
The druids are killing people.
exactly? But we have just taken out their big weapon.
So we should take out the druids, right? Otherwise they're gonna just make another big weapon, right?
Well, they
need this gem.
they need the gem, so they're either gonna come after us.
They probably will.
You think they made it? They made this quite a few months ago.
Yeah. So they're either not here, or they're keeping an eye on it. But I don't know.
So we should just wait for them to come and then.
No, we're going to go and look for the other one.
Okay, we're gonna go look for the missing seed.
So we're looking for this instead.
Okay, so you get to make a survival roll to try to find the belly.
All of us?
Well, anyone who wants to.
17 plus 4, 21.
Okay. Can do is always right. What is the other thing?
Last reroll, please.
It's already been used.
Yep.
15.
You use it to the boss.
Yeah.
What did you get? A 1.
Well,
Okay.
he's getting distracted by a butterfly.
Yeah.
You notice that sunlight starts coming through the fog in the region you're in for the first time in a long time.
And you're like, ooh.
And you're staring up at the pretty sun.
Put it on what works me. I appreciate that.
We still need to work out a way of turning that off because
And you start doing shadow puppets with your wings.
Fair enough.
if we start walking through
It's not
the
what we
baby
do.
and just getting rained on blood or blood rained on us, it's not going to be a fun trip.
And it looks like you've got a red dragon at the moment.
Yeah.
Hey, I put my wings up to protect most of me and Grindelwald.
Your wings are red.
But is it that every time we have this spear and we're walking through this fog,
With there's a pool of red.
Is there water nearby?
No.
thing is this fog is only
Prestidigitation.
And all the red comes off.
Thank you.
See, it helps having wizardly stuff.
And off you
And
coffee.
before you hug me, prestidigitation. Now
I offer you a coffee and Grindelwald offers you a cookie.
just watch your feet when we keep walking.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. If we start walking through it, it's basically I am here. This whole like moving cloud of red, basically.
I don't even know how to fit in the cloud of blood yet. I'm still fitting in all the other stuff. And I'm ranking my tiniest ranking.
Yeah.
It was a bloody battle. Why?
And
There was
you
blood
make it
everywhere.
blood, great.
Blood everywhere, just scribbled across the page. You know what, actually,
Can you make it rain blood?
yeah, I'm just gonna write that because that works.
I do what's good.
So Candy knows how to bring the rain now.
Yep.
So we have to decide between
Well, that's the thing, like, the druids, it's been months since they were here. They could still maybe be in the area, or they've just shoved off and let the tree thingy do all damage.
Might have done it either. And as Candy points the spear in the direction she says she should go, the fog just parts in that direction.
Please, for the love of God.
And you see this corridor of blood just fall. That way.
What, the whole way, or just part?
Well, as far as you can see.
Oh.
At least if it's fallen, we just have to wade through it. We don't have to have it fall on us.
Yeah, but we've now advertised we were here, we're going that direction.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Soul's very uneasy about this, but okay, whatever.
So Candy's first use of the spear ended up in a rain of blood?
Yep. And the second use was a river of blood.
Yeah, nice path to our destination. Did I?
See, I marked on the map we're going this way.
Did I make the check on knowing the same direction as well?
You think it was that way, and when the river of blood just appears in that direction, yeah, it's that way.
I think I need more chocolate.
I can see clearer now.
Yeah.
I can see
clearly.
all the blood has fallen.
I'm glad we all had that thought.
Just got surfboards with us.
You go the wrong way.
We're just emulating Chevelle, who's probably now seen this like giant cloud collapse into blood and then a thing going in that direction. So he knows
Oh
where
my
you
god,
are.
that's so awesome though!
angel is gone, and he's gonna see this like big circle and then a line and go, huh?
Where should I go? Hold, I've gone that way.
Yeah.
There'd love to be a map marker.
Let's be honest, I'll come back and say, I was praying for 5 minutes.
yeah.
Basically, a big splash of blood just hit the ground and is sort of.
Traveling away down the normal gravity-driven.
Which, considering the direction it's going is uphill, means that it's sort of flowing towards you.
Yeah.
Not particularly fast, but it's the equivalent of just a little bits of water coming away.
I think
I could avoid them by flying, though.
You could.
And we determined earlier that I can fly with Winterwaffle.
He's small enough.
Light enough.
But if you roll well enough, you can become the first Galatian bobsled team.
We don't have any snow.
We have a river.
Do we have any snow?
We have a river.
Why don't we have some snow?
Not a river.
Snow. It is more fun.
Meanwhile, maybe we should start moving towards the direction that Candor is so gracefully marked out for us.
Wait a minute. How often do you do that prestigitation thing?
As much as I want, because it's a
Blood angels!
I just gonna clean you.
His fault!
Obviously, you should be doing it too.
You said bobsledding. You initiated play. Blood angels. Everyone does blood angels.
Grindelwald
You
goes.
said there was no snow.
Ow.
You said there was no snow.
Why did Grindelwald go out?
He was still on your back.
No, I put him down before I do anything.
You sure?
Yeah, I do. I'm not going to harm my coffee, no. That'll harm my coffee. And then my world won't work anymore. The gnome is precious. Anyone
Okay.
puts a nick on that gnome, I'm going to hurt them.
Okay.
Fries or 20 fries is bad. 20 fries and deprive them of coffee and chocolates and cookies.
I feel like Josh would just be using like Rory of Prism
What on the gnome?
Yeah.
Hey, imprison the gnome! Why? I just want to see what the dragon
What
knows.
do you guys
Just
do
for like 10
now?
minutes.
Nothing, he's just reminiscing.
Exactly.
He was wishing he'd done the Pokeball on the gnome.
This is looking very intently at you.
But this is Mdrak's thought process,
Yeah.
not out loud.
Yeah.
So Mdrak smiles for the first time ever.
I'm still
Solomon just looks at you just like,
I'm still looking at you, scrutinizing you very carefully.
It does look extremely creepy.
Yeah.
Can I do I don't know, I can't even do medicine because it's +1. Or I can do a medicine. Or the like, what the fuck is he smiling about?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Give me an insight roll.
Inside there.
How do you want to
You can if you want, yes. I believe you have a bonus to insight.
It's alright.
I believe you have a bonus to insight. I don't know what it is, but. What'd you get? 13. Well, he's looking at the gnome. Maybe he's got this thing for gnomes.
That's great.
Which is appropriate because I don't know what you're thinking, but it works.
15. Okay, he's looking at your gnome in there and smiling.
The,
I am deeply concerned.
Okay, so while you're looking at the gnome, a white head butts in between.
Yeah,
It
it's
stares
like
at you.
a
this,
white head.
Yeah.
and then it starts
Oh.
scrutinizing you.
And then Zali's own is like, that's creepy, bro, stop.
And I'm just going to take a step back and say, look, if you're going to start acting like the axe speak, we're going to have issues here. The axe speak,
And as you step back into the axe beak.
Oh dear.
He's still covered in blood. He's been happy.
Is my coffee milk still
Coffee
poisoned
milk,
with
yes.
No, it's not poisoned with coffee. He's got coffee. It's
No,
coffee
but
milk.
is it like straight milk now?
Not yet.
What about my cream?
It's got a bit of flavour of coffee in there too.
So
They
if I
love
wasn't
their coffee
able to
nowadays.
get new cream and coffee,
You haven't been to another town since then?
aren't we at the winery?
No. The winery didn't have any supplies.
Because no one was there, 'cause everyone dead.
You went from Tower with everything made from coffee to the Druid Grove.
Alright.
And now Mdrak is completely covered in feather-shaped blood.
Oh, no, yeah, I did Blood Angels, and then after your suspicious hug, I came over and put a wing around you.
What hug? I didn't hug you.
Suspicious look.
Oh, look. Okay.
Look, sorry. And then, yeah, I like put a ring around you as if to say, so, silver coin for your thoughts?
No.
And on the other side, there's an expert looking at you.
I'm just gonna tell the expert they have more coffee for you.
And I tell the actor,
He just looks at you, just set to the side, blinks. Okay, snap, 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 snap. Doesn't seem to understand you.
That's fine.
and I asked why you were looking at my coffee nose so intently.
Because it's an interesting coffee now.
In what way? He's noting his coffee.
Exactly, that's correct.
He's trying to come up with the rune for coffee gnome. Summon as many coffee gnomes as possible. The same one from
We're gonna
everywhere.
roll deception.
Give me,
Oh.
let's see how good you are at deceiving. A 12. Luckily, it's not the 4 that you bumped into.
That's 20.
I roll against it?
It is basically against your insight plus 10.
So,
You
That's
don't,
10.
yeah.
Wow.
Insight plus 10. But she has, it's a passive.
oh,
Insight.
it's passive,
So
Oh,
you shouldn't be rolling in the
Sorry.
past most of the time.
I got it as a skill.
Yep.
And it's plus 5.
So that means there's a 15.
So it's 15.
So he sounds very believable.
Even though he only scored 10.
He
No,
rolled.
I got 20.
You got
Oh, you
20.
got 20. I can't add any bonus to that?
You do. You get 10 plus your skill bonus. That's the base rolls for someone to deceive you.
Okay.
But not everyone gets a bonus.
It's passive because he's your party member, so you don't inherently disbelieve him.
Okay, fair enough. Alright then.
If you inherently disbelieve him, you'll probably disbelieve everything he says, including
Okay.
there's a bad thing behind you. Like,
Alright, no,
You should
I
drink a
don't
potion
understand
now.
how that works. No, I get
Drink
it.
that potion that says drink me.
well, it worked on him.
It said drink me. It was an order.
But you're now covered in snow and
Angel.
angels.
That's fine. I will politely ask if I manage to pry myself from Axbeak Dragon
Cuddles.
Cuddles. If I can get prestigified again for the 7th time because of reasons.
And every time you prestigify him, does he splash?
Let me guess my activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes playing with his food.
You can't drink the honey milk anymore, but can you have some honey?
Probably. You give him honey last
I
time.
give him a little bit of honey to honey. What does he think?
He'll probably love it.
Nice
And he'll probably scratch it on you.
Probably.
And it's yummy, bone-like crunchy.
He'd probably like the snapping sound.
So I give him a bit more.
He makes it snap.
I point at Emdrak and perhaps he wants to show the sound to Emdrak.
Okay. He comes up right behind Embrack and gets snap right in your ear.
Okay.
And then just sort of wanders up before you see what actually did that.
I'm probably watching this going, why is the drag teaching my act to be more bad habits?
Yeah, right. I was trying to do something useful, like a home rune. But then it'll pick up something from a dragon to annoy people? Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you do notice that there's something scribbled in blood on your backpack.
Of course there is.
It's not the home rune, but it's sort of reminiscent of it.
Yeah.
It's got sort of lines along those lines. He just sort of remembers squiggles and goes scratch, 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 scratch.
At least he's still trying. Give me points for
The fact he's done it with blood is always disturbing.
that. Yes, that's usually a trigger point for a lot of runes.
This helps to write this up down in order of how it happens, otherwise it makes
I'm
no
going to
sense.
recommend directly people not to do that with blood. If he gets it wrong and writes a different rune with blood, that's not good.
Not how I can stop him though, because he can just go off and do it.
Well, yeah, sure. And then walking, halfway down my backpack just fucking disappears. So what happened? Oh no, we activated a rune.
Or your backpack tries to eat you.
Yeah, that too.
What happened? I turned it into a mimic
He
backpack.
created a moving backpack. Yep.
Or you manage to just activate the home rune on the backpack and I just disappear. The backpack just stands there and him just like in the mountains and like, why am I here?
Or standing before this straight forward going,
I was about to say you're surrounded by zombies.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm bumming that.
That's hilarious. We still need to rectify that at some point, by the way.
Okay, so the valley you see up ahead as you spend about 2 days walking that way. It's outside of the fog area, but it seems to have what appears to be a constant storm over it.
Right, that's cool.
An actual thunderstorm.
So we usually have blood and thunder.
Yeah.
This is like a battle cry.
Well, you just said it was out of the...
Above the fog level.
Oh, it's above the fog level. So we're still in building. Okay. Just
Well, it was on the edge of Baldavia. But the valley itself extends beyond that.
fair enough.
Just in time for it to go ready.
As I said, not honest at all.
Blood thunder.
Yeah.
Just,
Great.
just what we needed.
Yeah, exactly.
So the lightning is red, you see in the distance.
Technically speaking, since it goes from the ground up, kind of good.
Reverse lightning?
Yeah, well, technically that's actually how lightning goes. You just see it awesome.
You see it afterwards. Though lightning can actually go from cloud to cloud.
Yes.
So it can go from many different directions. All directions at once would just be scary.
I have seen that through clouds, the spiders.
Next we normally see sight on instead of how far it reaches.
Some of the storm photos you see from the States are pretty cool. And you get a lot of the sort of spider moving. Or you can see both, like from the ground up, like actual footage of it, like it's starting from the ground.
Moving on.
Yes, you're moving up the valley in the nice flashes of red.
So we follow Camden.
You're following the blood trail of Camden.
Is that a dead dwarf?
Well, I mean, we didn't really get a chance to probably undesecrate the desecrated.
It's okay, you watered it.
I'm more concerned the corpses we step over with cameras in the front. Hello, I'm a fellow merchant.
Oh,
We're
it
heading towards these ruins.
Yep, you're heading towards the ruins.
would be healed up fully now.
You'll
I
be
did-
healed
I-
fully by that time because it stays.
I did patch up a little bit more after, but yes.
Every time you have a night's rest, you're fully healed.
Yeah, I meant like more in case we came into more combat, but yeah.
So are you saying that the group has previously encountered Beres?
No, they previously went towards Beres, but then they took a wrong turn and ended up in Windar instead.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't so much a wrong turn. Camden was like, we're going that way.
We had a choice and Camden made it for us.
That's okay. I just wanted to figure out if we were. Camden did Camden, which is funny.
Which was the left turn at Elwood. You need someone to get your things for you. See, look, you've got the force.
Yeah. Oh, it was also good because she didn't just lift it, she pushed my arm back into place.
That's also good because your arm doesn't always go back. Okay, so yes, as you're going up the valley, you can hear sounds of some large creature in the distance.
Oh, man.
Is this like dinosaur rara or tree rara?
It is reminiscent of dinosaur.
I'm really happy. Zal's skull's clean up.
Do I recognise the sound? Does it sound like a...
Okay, give me a history roll.
Do any of us who've been to the Isle of Dread recognise the sounds?
I said it's reminiscent. Everyone else can make a history roll.
No.
What'd you get? Big creature. Muscular.
17.
Of dinosaur-like sounds.
Reminiscent of dinosaurs, yes. And you were at 17? You remember the tale of Baba Yaga.
Oh, Baba Yaga. Alright.
And you remember this is her valley.
Do we have a present for Baba?
Yeah, speak.
Yeah, that works. No! No! Okay, what about Andrew?
We've got a coffee note.
No, not the coffee note.
And the story goes that she has a living heart
I know who.
that walks
Lawyer.
around.
No, we need him.
He's also not with us.
Yeah.
Lawyer's not silly enough to come back into the fold once he's left it.
But didn't he follow me with
Your drink?
Bell?
Yeah, I'm not letting him die.
Shovel, Yodri, and the thing, as far as we're aware, are still up in the sunny hillside.
Yeah.
Even though it's been like a week and a bit, probably by now.
They'll find us.
Yeah, well, as I said, Candy left us a great earth marker for us.
And from what you remember of the Baba Yaga storyline is that she's basically an ancient hag that has
You said she had a living heart?
living heart.
Heart or heart?
Heart. A big building.
With chicken feet that it walks
How's
around.
moving from?
Yeah.
Oh, living, yeah, okay, living house.
Living house. And the house is reputed to be able to take out an entire army of Ethengarians. It's basically the boogeyman of your cultural people.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, if it's anything like the Russian Baba Yaga, then yeah.
Do we know anything about this Baba
Boogeyman.
You guys don't really know much about that because it's not part of your cultural identity.
I'm Ukrainian.
You are, but your character is not.
No, we are Ukrainian. He's got just as many confidence in his name as I do.
That doesn't make you Ukrainian.
It does, but it doesn't make him Ukrainian.
He identifies.
You might identify, yes. He's happy to take over the historical facts and make them his own. Anytime characters fly. They generally don't. They would generally fly over the belly and not go into it.
Probably everyone like to make a history check.
Yes, they did. Did you actually make a roll?
No, I was waiting to see if I was allowed.
Everyone could make a history check.
16. Oh. Do I add more?
Your intelligence. Or if you've got the history skill, history.
I got insight, I got perception, I got persuasion.
Well, not history, it would be in critical.
Intelligence plus 3.
So that's still pretty good.
So that's 19.
19. Okay, so in that case, then your character will have heard of the heart as one of those crazy
He's
things.
excited, I didn't know.
One of those crazy things that human people do in this region. It's almost as old as the stories of the barbarians. It's basically the person who wiped out the barbarian tribes.
Uh-oh.
And basically wiped them out to a person, basically.
No,
Is
not
that
that
thing
thing.
do?
Well, doesn't like barbarians.
But I bet the hut.
Well,
if it's a
I
hut
know
that walks
this.
around.
I relate this knowledge to the group, particularly Zal.
And from some of Zal's work with your family history, she's also responsible for the founding of Moldavia.
Oh.
As in, she works with the prince.
Oh, the prince we don't know.
The one who rules over this region.
But she was involved in the family?
Yep.
Founder it all.
Moldavia.
And friend of Prince.
Plus she's a friend of which prince?
The Prince of Moldavia. Because each province has a prince.
And basically, she's the reputed to be the power behind the throne.
Now I'm in my writing stats and want to know what to do with it. There's a lot of information to
It's also where the Khan of the Ethengarians send his best warriors who overcome problems. The Great Khan that all the Ethengarians, people will come from. And
So she destroyed barbarians, but now she takes on barbarian.
no, the Great Khan, which is the uncle of Kamdu, and is the ruler of Zal's heritage.
Not a lot to be in here.
Not at all.
Not at all. He sends his most powerful warriors here to die. The ones that are problematic and trying to take rulership.
Yeah, go defeat this evil thing that's unkillable.
Well, the equivalent of if you think you're good enough to rule, bring me your head.
Yeah.
And then he never sees them again.
He didn't send me here, though.
But you're not problematic?
No, he didn't send me here, but I'm ended up here.
Yes.
Because we're following the gem, and I presume the ruins of Boros.
And you can see sort of the ruins in the distance as well as something big moving behind it.
Oh, so it's nearby.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Basically, you think it's the reason that there's ruins here.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
You may even be part of the ruins.
I bet it has to do with him, isn't it?
Probably powered by it.
So if armies can't take down.
We can.
yeah.
And also, I'm not scared in storylines, so if you go up against something harder than you, that's your choice.
But we could make friends with her. That's like an option.
Really don't need to make friends.
We're a chatting group. I make coffee and I do jazz wings and I have pretty blue eyes and I can lick on black pussy boots and I can do dances. Why would she like us?
She'd probably like you, maybe not the rest of us.
So one thing you know is she wrote one of the Galantrian books on the uses for dragon parts in magical experiments.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
See?
So yeah, no, she would kill you for parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she'd be happy to make friends with you.
Yeah, because then she could easily kill you and use you for parts.
I don't consider people who want to eat me my
Oh,
friends.
she wouldn't eat you.
No,
I
she
don't
just used
consider
parts.
people who would want to kill me my friends.
I can understand that. I wouldn't either.
So we've got to come up against her. We can't avoid her.
You can choose to get more knowledge before going up against her, because now you've got a name and you can come back later. You don't always have to take on something the moment you see it. The equivalent of saying, I see the sun coming over the mountain and going, I charge it. Don Quixote doesn't always work.
Well, I guess one we can confirm at least for now that the moving cost is around these ruins. Does she know to travel, or does she stay in one spot?
That sort of information is not known. You've gotten quite a lot from what you remember. It's very good at stomping things you've heard.
Yeah.
It speaks in stomp.
That's basically it's
I
not
didn't know it was
conscious.
sentient or not.
It might be. Hard to tell.
Can do. I think it's not.
Can't do it just like to cut his legs out.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Yeah,
so, what was the book she read about? I presume I read that in the Great Library when I was there.
She was one of the people who wrote of the various uses of a dragon for magical experiments.
So my brain just went to a funny place. This Cammy trying to sweep out its legs from underneath it and realizing it's a house. So it's like, oh, I got your legs!
We're running underneath and going, I chop all his legs off at once.
No, she would have done that slide through where she's got two swords and she just swoosh, swoosh, and it ends up out of the other end without being crushed.
Could be.
Because that's Camden.
Unless things are mentioned.
Or it falls down and she realizes she was standing right where the trapdoor was.
Oh, yeah, that could be
Yeah. That would be more like it.
That would probably be a 20 for the night to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then you realize you're standing with 3 companions.
It's a cow. Walks out the front
They're
door.
always disappearing.
Yeah. By the time we get to the front door, she walks out with Bubby Ugly's head going, oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'll just go home and clean the toilet car.
Put them in their pants, come to me.
And you see the sex pig walking out the leg.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened there? Nothing.
Not uncommon.
No, I just found this trap door that led to
Dude,
their
everyone's probably like so unfazed by the axe beat bringing me body parts, and me as well, just like, oh, so okay, cool buddies. Nice.
Surely you have an organisational system now.
They're normally left legs.
Interesting.
It always seems to go for the left.
When it becomes too much irregularity, you start worrying. Like,
Occasionally it drops a hand, but normally it's the left leg.
yeah, left leg, right leg, right leg, Prince's head, left leg, right leg. Sorry, what?
We decided at this stage technically he has killed a noble, I think, when we were in the when you were still the Disney princess.
Yes, yeah.
We were in the theater, and I lost concentration for all 5 minutes because I think you rolled a 20 on one of your texts.
Yeah.
And
You were
someone
not
ended up
on
dead.
You've taken care of it.
Apparently it wasn't enticing enough to get the axe beat.
He thought it was great cover sound. Someone created a distraction.
No.
So he quite likes it when you sing. Now he's disappointed you're not hearing singing anymore, so he doesn't like you as much.
Yeah.
Less distractions and less animals coming to eat.
He has to do it himself now.
That's a good thing.
Well, they used to come to a dinner fairly regularly.
Yeah, now we actually have to do stuff.
Didn't mean well, he used to do it just for fun, now he has to do it to eat.
You go to other places where there are meetings together.
Yeah.
Friends are good.
So how long can we safely observe this thing for?
Until someone taps us on the shoulder and Barbie over saying, so what are we looking at?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, just looking at your beautiful walking castle. There you go. We're totally not Ethengar, by the way.
Says, actually, I don't even look at an area.
You
I
look
think
north.
we sit here and observe too much and we are not stealthy about it, and I suspect that any level of stealth might not be good.
Well, there is this big trail of blood leading all the way to where you guys are standing in the middle of.
Considering the big trail of blood leading up to that, and considering she likes to use dragons in her recipes, perhaps maybe we don't stay in this area.
She also has uses for dwarf and halfling and
Pretty much every type of being.
Every being she probably has used for.
and you think that the hags you met in the windmill were probably disciples of hers?
Probably.
Oh, she needed those.
No, you've left them there.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
You didn't harm them at all. You were actually thought they were really nice old ladies, and then you just got creeped out the longer and longer you were there.
Yeah, those ladies.
Yes.
So
Windmill.
the windmill with the giant floating what's it called? Big stone. No, big stone thingy that grinds.
Yes.
Grinds stone. Yeah.
Just
Oh.
about finished. Yeah. Okay, see you soon. Okay, love you. I'm gonna have to
So
go.
Yeah.
there were 3
All
ladies
good.
we encountered in a windmill,
Yep.
and what happened in this windmill?
They basically took refuge there, and then they kept getting offered things that were getting worse and worse and worse.
But like different people.
Yeah. What? Well, 3 of them.
Yeah, every time one went upstairs, a different one came back downstairs. And when you looked at it from the outside, the place was tiny, but on the inside, apparently,
It's bigger on the inside. Wait. I'm not wearing my TARDIS t-shirt today. God damn it, I have too many cool t-shirts. Wear them.
I got my Stargate one eventually. It was in the back. Actually has every episode on the back of it.
What kind of thing?
They're offering different potions that would infuse them with the power of different creatures, which you gathered was extracted from those creatures.
Hence why they found the windmill with the grindstone a very
and
good
then one
place
was
to be.
strawberry flavor.
And they even had the pirate wine made from real pirates.
Yes,
Yep,
that's
I
right.
And they creeped out everyone?
Yes.
People were creeped out to start with, and it just kept going, and the more it went, the creepier it got, and people would go, I don't know what we signed up for, I don't want to attack them. I'm not going to call it on combat. My weapons are outside at the moment.
That, and it's like half a day's travel from my actual place to where I live.
Yeah.
I think they kept saying, I'll be right back, and somebody else would come down.
Yep.
Like 5 minutes later, and it's like, oh, you? Oh, you know.
Yeah, they just kept changing which one was coming down each time.
Yeah, that's right.
So when's the session?
They all went in session.
Well, would we have retreated somewhere to take camp and wait for
Well,
Strahd
you can
and
choose what you're going to do next session.
Okay.
So no, we pause with us standing in this like blood-filled river.
Could we leave because we just found somewhere to camp?
Well, you pause as you're looking down at this building sort of moving there, and then off to the side of someone standing on a crag top staring down at you.
Oh, fuck. Could we
Okay.
retreat to go and find us any place to
No, because somebody's looking at us. We have to work out what to do next.
And the next session we'll find out what happens.
Okay, so we're confronted by a house and a woman.
We don't know.
We don't know. We'll find out.
Did you say there was a house on the top of the hill?
No, the woman's on the top of the hill. The house is down bottom.
So you're looking up the ravine, you can see a house amongst the ruins slightly moving. And then up on a crag next to you, you can see a woman looking down at you.
How did we not deceptify that earlier?
Because she wasn't there last time you looked.
Yeah.
Hey!
That's why I made the joke about the whole, you know, everybody's doing
Yeah, but you know what? That caused him to have that idea. So thank you.